does it feel to be doing this for 7 months?
Guys, if I was a font, which font would I be? I personally think that I would be Wingdings, because when you look at Wingdings, it doesn't make a lick of sense, but you can't help but like it. And you never use it. Wingdings, thank you. Thank you. I think I am Wingdings personally, but I don't know. What do you guys think? There's a lot of other nice fonts out there. Probably not Century Gothic. That might be a little too boring for me, even though it has Gothic in the title. Apple emoji color. Apple, I use Windows, so exposing myself here. I use Windows, so I feel like if I were to do Apple emoji color, I'd glitch out, but I also have an Android phone, still exposing myself. Hold on, let me look up what does Apple emoji color look like? Hang on. I used to have an iPhone. I probably should have kept one for the sake of VTube Studio. Apple emoji color. Ooh. Emotes. I like these. Better than Android. Called it. Yeah, no, I personally think I'd be Wingdings. Creepy drippy font. Ooh, yeah, that one's also kind of gothic, actually. Chiller font for the spooky vibes. I should have grown up using the spooky fonts a lot more often. I don't know, I've always had the fascination with Wingdings, just like the impracticality of it. It's almost kind of like it's its own written out language, you know? And it doesn't make any sense, and I tend to love things that don't make any sense, as I myself don't make a lot of sense most of the time. But I'm glad that everybody has different fonts for me. It's just the emoji font set for iOS and macOS. It's the technical name in the font book app. Oh, okay. I see what you mean there. Yeah. That's a nice font. Very clean, colorful, and efficient. I wouldn't say I'm the most efficient bunny in the world, but with the fonts there. Hello, everybody. It's your girl, Lily. Or her queenship, Lilith the Spectral Lot Bunny. How is everybody doing tonight? Let me say hello to everybody. Hello, Pink Floyd. Hello, Alyssa Demon. Hello, Fluffy Snowfall. Hello, Perpetual Panda. Hello, INF with you. Hello, Dr. Karate. Hello, Alex Can't Win Live. Hello, Iron Adden. Hello, Sky Shinobi. Let me keep going. Wow. Hello, everybody. Also, Alyssa Demon, thank you so much for the Tier 3 resub at 7 months. How does it feel to be doing this for 7 months? Feels good, girl. Feels good. This feels very good, I think. For once in my life, I feel like I am doing something right, and I want to continue with it. And sometimes I can't believe that I've actually been doing this for 7 months, that I've been committing to it. But I'm hoping that it'll carry on even longer than that. Hi, Lilith. Are you a fan of the band Paramore? Hello, Almighty 19. I've listened to a few of their songs. I liked a lot of bands that were like adjacent to Paramore back when I was in like middle and high school. My band has always been My Chemical Romance in the emo sphere, in the emo stratosphere. But I do enjoy some of Paramore's songs. I remember I really liked the song that they had in the Twilight soundtrack. What was that song called? Decode? I really liked Hayley Williams because of her hair. And I remember, like, once I started dyeing my own hair red all the time, it was just being like, you look like Hayley Williams, because she's, like, short and red hair. But I'd always take that as a compliment, because Hayley Williams is beautiful. But yeah, I like Paramore. I think they would be a fun band to see live. Wingdings is how you sent encrypted messages to your friends during computer class. True! It's how you would send messages talking shit about the teacher. Everybody did have their own codes with Wingdings. What were some of the symbols in Wingdings? Hang on one second. We're gonna do some Wingdings research here. Wingdings. Wingdings is a true type dingbat font. Why do they call it that? Wingdings is a true type dingbat font included in all versions of Microsoft Windows from version 3.1 until Windows Vista Server 2008, and also in a number of application packages of that era. The Wingdings trademark is owned by Microsoft, and the design and glyph order was awarded U.S. Design Patent D341848 in 1993. Some of the symbols. Oh, that's way too small. Oh, I see. There's a code. Aha! You know, that would make a lot of sense. Wait, hang on. Why are U and V? No, we need to zoom in on this. No, I want to just open the image in a new tab. There. Okay, you guys seeing this? Why are U and V symbolized by crosses? Oh, wait, why is a Star of David? A lot of these are religious symbols. That's fascinating. All right, everybody memorizing your wingdings here? We're all gonna send in secret codes to each other, just in case the government ever decides to come into chat and shut this shit down, okay? You guys know what to do. We're talking in wingdings. They can't understand. They can't read this. It's like hieroglyphics to them. You're getting an education here on my stream today. So Wingdings isn't included anymore. Talk about the end of the era. Oh yeah, they don't use it anymore, I guess. When did it die? Along with like Vista maybe? Lilith is also this font. The demon font. I love the demon font. Anytime I would want to use the demon font on Twitter, I would have to like go into Google and like type in the sentence that I wanted in like the demon font creator thing, and then just like copy that and paste it onto my tweet. Or I'm sorry, I guess it's called a post now. It's not a tweet anymore. If I recall correctly, dingbat just really means symbols, but it's been a minute since I've done any typography classes. Dingbat. It's good to know that a lot of computer coders have that same kind of 6th grade sense of humor that I have, where just a stupid word is enough. I find that there's a lot of very silly terms in coding for the one semester that I took coding, I think. Can we just use unknowns instead? Oh yeah, we can. Unknowns should become a new typeface in my opinion. I think that we should start using that in the newest version of Word personally. I would use that all the time to write my scripts. I think that would be good. So you guys memorize your wingdings, okay? There's gonna be a pop quiz on this next stream, just so you know. I'm gonna be quizzing you all, and to make sure you know your wingdings right. We want to make sure we get a good education here. I can't just be talking about weed and horny anime girls every stream, you know? I gotta be a good influence sometimes. Sometimes. It comes from the old printing industry. Oh, that's really cool. I'd love to know a lot of the history behind, like, some of these weird-ass typefaces and internet speak. I had a friend who used to be very, like, into, like, typefaces and fonts because they were very into graphic design. I think they do graphic design now, actually. And they would always get really mad whenever they passed by, like, a billboard or some sort of branding that used more than 2 fonts. They would always be like, no, that's messy. You can't use more than 2 fonts. It just makes everything confusing. Oh boy, we have somebody typing in wingdings over there. Oh, Twitch didn't like that. Oh boy. Yeah, Twitch made up its own language there. That's not even wingdings. That's like, I see the Scorpio symbol. I see the umlaut. I see a D-pad in there. What the fuck? I see a lot of the zodiac signs in there. Huh. Wow. Yeah, Twitch didn't like that. Also, hello, Zyger. Welcome, welcome. What is that symbol? That looks like a carrot. One of my favorite ones. It's called Floral Heart. Oh, that's so pretty. I like that. Floral Heart. It looks like a little carrot being pulled out of the ground. That's adorable. Evening, Cypher. Welcome, welcome. Scorpios represent. Scorpios. I know a lot of Scorpios. I know many a Scorpio. And I I've gotten close with many a Scorpio. I'm a Taurus myself, and I have actually looked up that Tauruses are usually rather drawn to Scorpios, which I find fascinating because I'm like, wow, I sure know a hell of a lot of Scorpios, or at least a lot of people with like October birthdays. I know a lot of Libras too, which is very interesting. My dad is a Libra. He acts more like a Scorpio though. He's kind of like that Libra-Scorpio cusp. I am through and through a Taurus. And I think anybody watching that stream who is into astrology could see that. I'm a Scorpio. Oh, we got a lot of Scorpios in chat. What do you know? So it's true that Tauruses and Scorpios just seem to be drawn to each other. So welcome, welcome. You are safe in this Taurus's chat. Libra gang rise. Hello, Uncle Slappy. We got some Libras in here too. Is chat just gonna be all Libras and Scorpios? Wow, I really do attract a certain type, don't I? Fall is objectively the best time to have a birthday. It honestly is the perfect time to have a birthday. My birthday is in the spring. Mine's in May, which I think is pretty close enough to fall in terms of like weather-wise. Maybe it's a little bit warmer, but I think spring and fall are definitely perfect times to have a birthday. I really love fall personally. It's just the perfect time of year. Not too hot, not too cold. And all the activities for fall are nice. It's when the leaves begin to change. Apple picking, Halloween, pumpkins, pumpkin spice. That is a good time to have a birthday. You're very lucky. But spring is nice too, because the weather is pretty similar to fall, and all the flowers are starting to bloom too, all the sunflowers. I know lots of Scorpios. They are ninjas, and they can launch a harpoon to pull people close while yelling, "Get over here!" Wow! Okay, I don't know any Scorpios who can do that. But I do know Scorpios that are good athletes, and that do have very good influence over people, kind of like that. Maybe I do know a Scorpio ninja, and I just don't know it yet. Oh. Cries in Capricorn. No, it's okay. You're welcomed here, too, because you... Fluffy and Alyssa, you guys are welcome here because I am a Capricorn rising. So that is close enough. Also, Capricorns are earth signs, like Taurus. So y'all are chill with me. I'm also drawn to Virgos and Capricorns, which are the other earth signs. Aquarius right here. Hello, Craig's Critique. Welcome, welcome. My mother is an Aquarius, so you're welcome here too. All the signs are welcome here. I don't discriminate against signs unless you're a Gemini. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I think I'm a Gemini Venus, whatever that means. I look at astrology for fun. I don't actually take it seriously or anything. I think it's fun. I think it's just a fun thing to talk about with your friends. But I do have friends who are very into astrology. I'm lost. Understandable if you are. I know astrology can get confusing for people who aren't really into it. But I don't know. I think it's kind of fun. And sometimes there are Taurus things that I'm just like, wow, that's so me. Like being lazy, loving snacks, being a bit of a hedonist sometimes, hiding your emotions behind a wall. yeah, very a little relatable. Capricorn high five. Hello, Lumi-chan. Hello. We got lots of Capricorns in here too. Look at that. I'm interesting to see what types I attract in here. Hugh humming the Fifth Dimension's Age of Aquarius. When I hear that, I think of the musical Hair. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius. Aquarius. Ugh, I can't hit that note. Not with this dry ass throat today. Only Virgo in chat. Well, you know what? Virgo is also an earth sign, so that's cool with me too. I'm just a man. Iron Adam is just Ken. You're just Ken, but that's okay because you are Ken-nuff. I still need to see Barbie, oh goodness. But hello, how is everybody doing tonight on this fine Friday evening? We've got a good evening of nuzlocke in ahead. I am doing all right. It has been a very busy week for this bun. My human world job has put me in a little bit of a frenzy this week. Had a little bit of scrambling around to do. We had some dates changed around for certain projects, so it's kind of just like, oh, I thought I had a lot of time for this, and now I don't have much time at all. So there's been a lot of meetings, a lot of stress. So this week I've definitely just been like, what's going on? Is the world turning? Am I alive? Am I okay? But I'm all right. I'm ready to chill tonight. It's definitely gonna be a a rather chill night. I have a feeling we've probably got a little bit of grinding ahead, but that's gonna be okay because you guys have come to the right place if you are looking to chill. Hope everybody is having a good August so far. I myself hate the month of August. I feel like I say this about a lot of months, but I don't know, August is just a weird kind of month for me, so apologize if I can occasionally be a little lower energy than usual, but don't worry, I am okay. I'm feeling all right now. I took a nice long nap today, which was definitely needed because I did not get enough sleep last night. I still need to see Barbie too. Alright, good. I'm glad to know that I'm not the only one here with the Barbie FOMO. I just haven't had the time to see it. Because I've either been working, and even when I took a week break, I just, like, made other plans to do things and didn't even think, like, oh yeah, I could make plans to see movies. Lilith, do you have a favorite anime series from the big three? Which big three are we talking about? Because I feel like, the big three has changed over the years. Because the big three used to be what? Naruto, One Piece, and, what was the last one? Maybe Bleach, I think? No, maybe it wasn't Bleach. No. Yeah, oh, it was Bleach. Okay, I was right. And if we're talking those anime, I have not seen any of them. I know, call me a fake anime fan. It's more just because I've talked about this a lot, but I'm not really a big fan of long-running shonen. I'm more of a fan of shorter anime series. But I also feel like the big three has changed over the years. I feel like the old big three was definitely One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach. But now it's probably, I don't know, maybe it's more like, I feel like Jujutsu Kaisen's gotta be in there, right? Jujutsu Kaisen, maybe My Hero Academia, and what else is really popular right now in shonen? Boruto? No, not Boruto. I still haven't seen it either, so you're good. Good! We should rip the movie and watch it on Discord. No, I can't suggest things like that. Number 3 will always be Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece. Yeah, I know in a lot of people's eyes, those are always going to be the big 3. But it's just like, I don't know, there's so many new shonen anime coming out now, and so many that have become, like, dominating. Like, I feel like Jujutsu Kaisen is really huge right now. I was watching a Trash Taste clip where they were talking about how, even when Chainsaw Man came out, like, it did well, like, the first few episodes, but then it kind of ended up flopping a little bit. But then when it came to Jujutsu Kaisen, everybody's still, like, really big hype about it. So I feel like that one kind of deserves big 3 at least. IMO, Bleach should have been replaced by Hunter x Hunter in the big 3. Hunter x Hunter is another really big one. I don't know. Once I tried Hunter x Hunter, I was over at a friend's place, and they were watching Hunter x Hunter. And maybe I just caught it in a bad arc, but I was watching an episode where literally all they did was explain the rules of a card game. And I was like, I thought this was supposed to be an anime about fighting. And I already zone out when people explain the rules of card games in real life. So I'm just like, this anime is really popular? But I don't know. I know a lot of people love it, and there's hype moments. My best friend loves that show, and she doesn't even watch a lot of anime. But I know a lot of people really love Hunter x Hunter, so I probably just caught it during a weird arc. How dare you not want to catch up to shows that are 300 episodes, right? How dare I? When I was younger, it was easier, but now it's like, you know, I gotta work, I have other things I have to do. It's like, it's hard to keep up with these long-running anime. Like, I can't, it's essentially impossible for me to start One Piece at this point. But then again, these just aren't really the anime that attract me in the first place. Like, I watched about 4 seasons of My Hero Academia, and I mostly just watched that because a lot of videos on Getting the Robot were about My Hero Academia. Like when Getting the Robot was going on, like 85% of our videos were about that anime because, like, you know, it was popular and it was what people wanted. It was what people wanted to watch, and we had a lot of weird ideas about it. And when I started, I was just like, well, you know what? If I'm a part of this channel and I don't watch this anime and I and I make videos about it, like, it's gonna come across that, like, I'm being fake here. So I gotta watch the show. And so I did watch a lot of it. And I mean, it had moments for me that I enjoyed that were pretty hype and fun. Sorry, I thought I heard one of my roommates home. I think it may have just been one of the cats. Yeah. But, oh, what up, Buckaroo Holiday? Thank you so much for the tier 1 resub at 7 months. Thank you for the support. Thank you. But yeah, I just kind of like realized, I didn't want to sound fake in videos. I wanted to sound like I knew what I was talking about, and then most of our videos were going to be about it. Like, I watched it, and so there were definitely moments that I genuinely enjoyed on the show that were pretty hype. I remember, I think it was like the Hero Provisional License Exam arc I really enjoyed. Because, like, I remember, like, it came to the point where one of the teachers was talking to Aizawa, and he's just like, oh, are you sure your students are prepared for this fight? I don't know. Are they gonna be prepared? Aizawa was like, please. These students have been followed by the League of Villains literally everywhere they go. They have fought some of the most terrifying villains in existence. This is nothing to them. And so seeing them all kind of succeed and use everything that they've learned over the course of like a few seasons was cool. Like, I enjoyed that. But for the most part, I don't know, it like wasn't like my favorite anime of all time. A lot of the characters annoyed me. Bakugo annoyed the shit out of me. I liked Todoroki a lot. And I love Aizawa, of course, he's daddy. But yeah, but I mean, it's usually not for me. It's just they're big commitments. The stories don't usually grip me a lot. I kind of feel like they all have sort of samey stories in a sense, samey characters. I liked The Promised Neverland, at least the first season, and the first arc of the manga. I read a good chunk of the manga of Promised Neverland too, but you guys remember how that ended up turning out by season 2. But yeah, I like my little 13 to 26 episode animes. Short commitment, good condensed stories with great characters. I really need to get back into watching anime again. I'm just like, how could I call myself a VTuber when I haven't watched anime in like months? But I don't know, for a while now, I haven't really had like a lot of people to watch it with. So I'm just kind of like, you know, it's more fun watching anime with friends, I've found. But there probably are some anime that I'll watch on my own, I think. Jujutsu Kaisen has been hitting it out of the park with season 2. A lot of people really like Jujutsu Kaisen and have been saying that it's like it's definitely up there as one of the best right now. I definitely gotta respect folks that have their differences, but I dislike the idea of the big 3 because it discounts so many good anime. I agree completely, Sky Shinobi. It's like, how come it always has to be like really long-running shonen when it's like you can't discount all these other really amazing anime out there with different stories just because, I don't know, they're a little shorter or they don't follow that same formula as like a typical big 3 anime, you know? It's like you can't discount the deep cuts, you know? There were so many times I wanted to make videos about deep cuts, but it's just like, you know, they didn't do the same numbers as the My Hero Academia videos, so like, what can you do, you know? Everyone knows all card games involve holograms and Blue Eye White Dragon. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was one that I don't think I ever watched. I think I tried playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards once when I was a kid, and I was just like, I hate this! And I gave up. Hunter x Hunter peaked at its Ant Saga. Oh, the Chimera Ant arc? Isn't that kind of a contentious arc? I've heard a lot of people say they really like it, and a lot of people say they really hate it, if that's the one that I'm thinking of. I'm weird. If it doesn't have Yuri, it's hard to get info for me. I do love a good Yuri as well. I mean, if you can convince me to watch a good shonen anime if there's some great gay characters in there, but, you can convince me to watch any anime that has really good gay rep in it, I think. Maybe Princess Jellyfish is the next one I'll watch. That's one I've been wanting to watch for a while. I guess My Hero Academia, Black Clover, and Demon Slayer are considered... Demon Slayer! That's the one I forgot about. Demon Slayer is another one that I watched a lot of because we were making a lot of videos about that one too. I was also just fascinated by Demon Slayer because I loved the art style and it seemed a little darker and more gory than other shonen anime, which kind of drew me. But I kind of ended up getting a little bored of Demon Slayer too. Some of the arcs are a bit slow for me, but I like the characters of Demon Slayer a lot for sure. And Demon Slayer has a lot of good food merchandise. They make a lot of good Demon Slayer cookies at the little Japanese convenience stores. None of this is Samurai Pizza Cast or the English dub of Ghost Hunt. In the English dub of Ghost Stories? I've seen a few episodes of that, and that is a masterpiece right there. Season 2 of My Hero is still the best, TBH. What happened in Season 2 again? I do remember season 2 being pretty good. One thing I always found really funny in My Hero Academia that I was always kind of able to predict was it's just like whenever the students in 1A went anywhere, it was just like, oh, all right, we're gonna be going on this camping trip here. We're gonna be taking this cool camping trip where we're gonna hone our powers, and we've got good security. The League of Villains, they're never gonna find us here. A couple episodes later, oh no, the League of Villains have arrived. How did they find us? And I don't know, it came to a point where it just kind of felt like that was happening like arc after arc, almost like it was Team Rocket chasing after Ash and his friends. And it just became a little like laughably predictable. I'm probably ruffling some feathers here, I'm so sorry. I still liked the show, don't get me wrong. If any students should get free tuition at this point, it's those MHA kids, right? They keep getting hunted down by like global terrorists. They should have the free tuition. Poor Midoriya's mom is like having an aneurysm every other episode, being like, my son, oh no. You need to stop being a hero. You're gonna kill yourself. Oof. Zom 100 came out of nowhere and is killing it so far. I've never heard of that one. What's that one about? I need to keep up with these new season anime a lot. I'm so not caught up. One year I went from Violet Evergarden to Dorohedoro, Promised Neverland to Demon Slayer, Carol and Tuesday. I love a genre gear change. Oh, I love a lot of the anime that you just named in there. Dorohedoro is so fucking good. I will never stop recommending Dorohedoro to people. If you haven't seen Dorohedoro, watch it. It's amazing. Great characters. I believe it was written by a woman. Great arcs, good drama and suspense action. It's funny, it's scary, it's weird. And I really enjoy the animation as well. The food looks really amazing. So Dorohedoro is the whole package. Just watch it. I am still waiting for a fucking season 2. I need it. If it doesn't come, I'm just gonna read the manga next time I hit up a manga shop. But yeah. Inosuke is best boy in Demon Slayer. He's a good boy. Inosuke is funny. One of my favorite running jokes in Demon Slayer is definitely him getting Tanjiro's name wrong, like when he calls him like Gonbachiro. Just like his delivery always cracks me up, at least in the Japanese dub. Are you going to watch that Suicide Squad isekai where Joker and Harley Quinn get isekai to another world? We watched the trailer on stream once actually, and I might give it a shot. I hope it doesn't end up being too gimmicky, but I am kind of interested to see how, like, what an anime adaptation of Joker and Harley would look like. I want to know what their voices would sound like, and the kind of actions they would take, and how, I don't know, just how, like, the anime world would, like, I'd like to see how they would interact with an isekai world. I'm curious, but I'll probably give it the 3-episode rule, because I'm somebody who follows the 3-episode rule personally. The MHA teachers need to learn to be more genre savvy and never say something like, the villains will never find us here, or if you punch with this arm again, you will never fight again. I know, it's almost like they manifest the opposite of whatever they say. They should just learn to, like, keep their mouths shut, you know? Zom 100 is about a dude who works at a black company when the zombie apocalypse happens, much to the relief of the main character. So he starts checking his bucket list during the zombie apocalypse. Wait, I've heard of this one actually. I think I saw a trailer for this one. That one actually sounds very interesting. I'm sure, I feel like probably later on he'd meet other characters, and that's definitely a very fascinating premise. That almost sounds like the plot of like an American movie, you know? That sounds cool though. I'm always looking for more like horror adjacent anime, or anime that has like horror elements in it, just cause like it's so hard to find like a cut and dry horror anime, so you have to usually get a little more creative, I think. Mappa are so busy. I think at this point a second season of Dorohedoro is hopium. I will still pray for that one though. True. At the end of the day, I do not want those workers to be any more overworked than they already are. So I can wait for Dorohedoro. Maybe it is a little bit of hopium there. You're right. But you never know. You never know. I'd like to think that one day we'll get a season 2. Just because, like, I don't know. How did Dorohedoro do? Like, was it popular? Did it do well overseas or in Japan? I feel like it was a little underrated, personally. Yo, hello, PVK01, hello, welcome. Teachers aren't paid enough to be more genre savvy. Yeah, no, they're... I don't know. Does Aizawa even have tenure? Does he even have the energy to deal with that? Aizawa is gonna do Aizawa at the end of the day. Yeah, the blood splatters are all different colors, and it's so aesthetic. That sounds very interesting. It's cool when an anime like makes blood look pretty, you know? But yeah, I definitely need more good anime to watch right now, for sure. I haven't really been watching anything lately. Like, anytime I go home and visit my parents, my dad's just always like, oh, so what you watching on TV lately? And I'm like, YouTube videos. And I feel like it's starting to rot my brain. At least the YouTube shorts are, and the TikToks, you know? So I need to get back into watching, like, actual, like, TV shows and anime and whatnot. So I'll get back into it eventually. I feel like it'll stimulate my mind a little better, that's for sure. We got Panty and Stocking Season 2 after 13 years. Anything is possible. That's true. There are a lot of anime that just kind of reappear out of nowhere after, like, years and years. Like, what was that one anime? The Devil is a Part-Timer. The one where the demon works at the McDonald's. That one had, like, what, a good 10 years since Season 2 came out? So, patience can be rewarded. It can be rewarded. You never know. I still have hope that we'll get Dorohedoro Season 2. But before that happens, anybody who hasn't watched Season 1, please give Season 1 a watch, because, God, it's so good. It's so good. Another reason I love it is because, like, all the female characters on that show are, like, buff. It's sexy. Nikaido and Noi, I just want them to, like, I want them to carry me. I want them to carry me everywhere I go. Oh my God. I love the girls of Dorohedoro so much. I remember, I think once on, like, Bot, we did, like, a best girl bracket or something, and I was just like, motherfucking Noi! Noi! How can you not love Noi? She's perfect! Everybody loves a buff lady. Bleach got an ending. That's true. Yeah, people had to wait years. People had to wait years for an ending for Bleach. So you never know. The anime world is weird. It's really weird. They don't do the same thing that America does, where it's just like, oh, here's this, this show that absolutely nobody missed. Well, it's getting a reboot. There, it's just like, this show that everybody's been waiting for a season 2 for 10 plus years? Congratulations! You're finally getting it. I still have hope. Hopefully it won't up as Devil is a Part-Timer 2. Wait, was Devil is a Part-Timer Part 2 really bad? I didn't end up watching it. I really like Devil is a Part-Timer Part 1. I thought that was a really funny anime. True, but shorts are so good. I know. I'm even uploading on shorts now, so I shouldn't. It's just like, you get into that doom scroll, where you just keep going and going and going, you don't stop, and eventually, like, it's 3 hours later and you've just been on shorts for that long. Sheesh. Noi, I have a key ring of her. Isn't she the best? I love Noi so much. I love a woman who can kick my ass. Spike Spiegel, my boy! I just love a kind of woman who will literally murder me. For a while, I've actually been wanting to rewatch Cowboy Bebop, I think. Because Cowboy Bebop is definitely, like, in my top 5 favorite anime. I love that anime so much. But yeah, I really want to rewatch it just because, like, I don't know, with the way my brain has just been lately, with how kind of just blah I've been, I feel like the atmosphere of Bebop and the lessons you learn and just the things that the characters go to, I feel like would be very relatable for me right now. I don't know. And I love Spike. I love Faye. I love all the characters in that show. It's so good. The whole atmosphere of the show just, like, hits different than any other anime I've ever seen. Anything by Shinichiro Watanabe is gonna hit different. I love him so much. He's easily, like, one of my favorite creators out there. I think that Shinichiro Watanabe video that I did for Robot, I think it's probably one of my favorite videos I've ever done. Probably one of the favorite ones I've ever written. That one just, like, I was very passionate about that one, and I think it came across pretty well in the video. King of the Hill is the best anime, I'll tell you what, Bobby Hill is the best shonen protagonist. Right? Yeah, actually, because Bobby Hill is in Invincible now. He's that one character on Invincible. That's anime adjacent, right? Anime inspired, at least. Good evening, everyone. While working on dinner, a packet of hot sauce blew up on me. How is everyone else's day going? Oh no, Dean Metchin, I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope it didn't hit you in the eye. If it did hit you in the eye, then go run that under hot water. Please stay safe. Be careful. I didn't think part 2 was bad. I just didn't think it was good. Okay, it was just mediocre. Damn. Mediocre. I legit saw a video doing a breakdown of Dale Gripple's true power. Listen, he does have power. He comes with pocket sand equipped. That's a debuff right there. The video for season 2 was off. Oh. Even games like Baldur's Gate 2 was 23 years ago. Oh yeah, there's another Baldur's Gate out now. Is everybody gonna play that? Is everybody gonna play the Bald Gay game? I saw Giga's stream yesterday. Her title was like Bald Gay Game, and I was just like, she gets it. The music to Cowboy Bebop is top tier, right? I first watched Cowboy Bebop actually in college. I saw my friend was watching it because it was one of the inspirations for his thesis. And I remember I was just watching a scene where they were having a fight, like, in space, in their ships. And the whole time, like smooth jazz, like, scat was, like, playing in the background. Like, skip-a-bop-a-doo-doo-doo-doo-bop, that kind, not the dirty kind. I know where your minds went. But yeah, that kind was, like, playing in the background. And I just, like, turned to my friend. I was just like, are they playing smooth jazz during a fight scene? And he was like, hell yeah. And I was like, this is the fucking coolest thing I've ever seen. I was just like, I was so gripped when I watched it. And then when I watched the full thing for myself, like, it was just like nonstop. I think I finished the show in like 2 or 3 days, just because I was so drawn. If you haven't watched Cowboy Bebop, please give it a watch. The shorts making Lilith's serotonin machine go brrrr while the machine goes wah. True. While I'm watching the shorts, my brain goes brrrr, and then once it's over, I go wah. Is Ruby anime? That's an interesting question, Pink Floyd. It's definitely, like, anime-inspired, anime-adjacent. I guess you could consider it anime, because really all anime means is animation. It's just another word for animation. So you probably could consider it anime, kind of like how you could probably consider Avatar anime. But I don't know, maybe the argument because it's not technically, like, a Japanese property, I guess. It's a Rooster Teeth property. But I'm not sure. It's a good debate there. You're gonna carry that weight. A quote that has followed me my whole life. Alyssa Demon, thank you so much for the head pat. Definitely one that has followed me around for many years. Boy, you're gonna carry that weight a long time. Also see a Space Cowgirl too. What are your other shows in your top 5? Oh, I love this question. Okay, my top 5 favorite anime. Probably Madoka Magica, Mob Psycho 100, Cowboy Bebop. Oh man. Give me a minute here. Give me a minute. There's so many that I really love. Odd Taxi. Fuck. That's such a hard question. Yeah, Madoka Magica, Cowboy Bebop, Mob Psycho. This isn't in any particular order. Madoka Magica, Cowboy Bebop, Mob Psycho, Odd Taxi, maybe Eurocamp? Death Parade? Oh god, there's so many. So fucking many that I love. Paranoia Agent. It's so hard to list your top 5, actually. I just said I love the question. I'm just like, My top 5 show how old I am. Fate Zero, Fate Unlimited Blade Works, Uta Ware Umono, Gurren Lagann, Scrapped Princess. Those are really good anime, though. And not all of those are really old, though. Like, Gurren Lagann isn't like that old of an anime, is it? Bebop holds up incredibly well to earn its GOAT status. Oh god, it sure does. It hits like every time. And it's aged well too. It's just like, It's just like, and I feel like it hits you more the older you get too. Just kind of like the older and lonelier you get, you know. Ranma 1/2 is number 6, which was an 80s 90s series. Ranma 1/2 is really popular. Everybody that I've talked to that's watched Ranma 1/2 says it's one of their favorites, I think. Everything about Bebop is still amazing. Goddamn those characters. Oh god, those fucking characters. The trauma they carry, the weight they carry. Just you feel like you almost become friends with them in a sense. Or it's almost just like, it's interesting how the show goes on. It's like, it's not like these characters are even friends. Just more like these 4 lonely people and a dog that just take solace in each other. Because it's like they're all they have. And it's so heartbreaking. But so beautiful. And God, that ending just always makes me cry so much. One song I listen to while working out is Funimation's cover of Real Folk Blues from Cowboy Bebop. Oh, the music. Everything about it. Damn. The Real Folk Blues. Just so beautiful. Mob Psycho has so much heart in it. I still need to watch season 3 of Mob Psycho. Mob Psycho season 3 was so... I really enjoyed Mob Psycho season 3. I think I liked Mob Psycho season 2 the most. That one is definitely, like, certainly the peak of the anime. But, like, it's also a really beautiful anime, and the ending to Mob Psycho also made me cry. A lot of anime endings made me cry, I realize. Odd Taxi getting top 5, let's go. Odd Taxi's so fucking good. That's like a Coen Brothers, like, script in an anime. It's really good. It's like, it's so well written. All of the characters are great. The mystery is great. I loved all the fan theories that were coming out as the show was going on, and just, like, feeling so rewarded when it ended. My dad used Anohana for an assignment for his counseling master's degree. Oh, Anohana. Oh, God. Oh, my heart. I remember I watched, for a video, I think I've talked about this, but for a video once, I watched Anohana, and then I followed it up with Angel Beats. And that was the worst mistake of my entire life. That was a very emotionally taxing week. Jesus, I'm never doing that to myself again. Especially when I found out that psychic powers are fueled emotions, so that means Mob cares a lot, right? Yeah, any anime that's, like, about emotions probably is gonna get me, just because, like, I felt Mob. I understood him so much, just, like, the building up of emotions and how sometimes you feel like they're just so much stronger than you are. Because I relate to Mob a lot, just because, like, I have a bit of an emotional regulation problem myself. And I often feel like my emotions really overtake me a lot of the time, and they have a lot of power over me. But yeah, but like in I don't know, in seeing, like, in the anime the way that, like, that sort of manifests as, like, a psychic power, and how much damage it can do to the world around you if, like, you can't figure out how to control it. I don't know, it just really resonated with me a lot. Definitely something I've talked about in therapy, too. For sure. Yeah, beautiful anime. Can you guys tell I like really emotional anime here? Big fan of emotional anime a lot. Or anime that just, like, tug at your heartstrings and make you think quite a bit. Watched Odd Taxi a few months ago. Was exactly what I was looking for. Perfect show for one of those lonely late nights. A good mystery. A damn good mystery there. Sometimes all you just need is, like, a good mystery that, like, can grip you and keep you on the edge of your seat the whole time. And the humor was really good, too. It just, like, one thing I really liked about Odd Taxi was that it didn't feel like I was watching anime dialogue, you know? Like, I didn't feel like I was watching an anime that had anime dialogue in it. Like, it felt like... I don't want to say it felt like these were real people talking, but it just felt different. The script just felt so unique, and it like, there was no... I don't know. There was none of the typical shit that, like, you hear in, like, your everyday anime, you know? And I just really appreciated that. I really appreciate a script that kind of, like, makes me forget that I'm watching an anime, if that makes sense. The end of Bebop was the first time I watched something with a bittersweet ending, and it was so good. When you watch your first piece of media that doesn't have a happy ending, it does something to you. I don't know. It really kind of opens up your world to, like, a lot of new media, I think. And that's why now I've come to so much more of an appreciation for movies, shows, and animes that have, like, bittersweet endings or even bad endings, you know? Because, like, that's life. That's life. And sure, there are often times where, like, I'll go to the movies and I'll watch anime to escape, and I want something that has, like, a happy ending. But I don't know, if you're watching something that has a certain tone the whole time, and then all of a sudden it has this, like, sugary sweet ending where, you know, everybody comes out okay, like, it doesn't exactly feel realistic. But an anime like Cowboy Bebop really can only have an ending like that. Like, you can't end the anime any other way than bittersweet, just with the whole way the anime functioned, with the way the narrative went, you know? It's just, it's what makes sense. And it's like, in a way, maybe it kind of ruins your childhood a bit. But I guess it does give you a more realistic view of the world, in a sense. I don't know what I'm talking about. I bought episodes of Ranma on freaking VHS. I have episodes of Hamtaro on VHS. When I was a little kid, I used to like to buy the Hamtaro VHSs. I probably still have those in my parents' basement somewhere. The Reagan arc in Season 2 is great. I loved it. Oh, I love that arc too. You guys know how I feel about Reagan. That is like my top anime crush. My top anime daddy. Reagan is the best, worst person in anime. Reagan is the best rat dad. He's a sweaty, stinky rat man who scams people. But he's so goddamn good to those kids, though. And that really redeems him. And he's just like, you know, he's not a bad guy. Just can be a little sketchy sometimes. Fun fact, there's a game on Steam that costs $999,999.99. Is it Pokemon Sleep? Wow, that's an expensive game. Is it the train simulator? It's called Spooky Man. Oh wow, Jesus, that's really expensive. Is it actually cost that much? That's a bit gatekeepy. Maybe they just really don't want anybody playing their game yet. Well, that's definitely not something that I can afford, so I apologize, everybody. Also, speaking of which, I'm really sorry, guys, but I was trying to figure out how we can play My Friendly Neighborhood on stream. But, because I was dealing with that issue where it's like I couldn't make it borderless, like my mouse was like trapped in the game. And I don't think there's any way that you can make it borderless or put it on streamer mode. So my only option would probably be to just get another monitor. So I'm so sorry, guys. We may need to wait until I can eventually get a new monitor to play the game. Ugh, goddamn. And I was really excited about playing that one too. So apologies about that. But it's okay. We'll have lots of other games that we can play in the meantime. Has anyone watched Flowers of Evil? I've never heard that one. That one sounds like a horror-adjacent anime. Ooh. I thought the same thing when I finished Bebop. It would be an injustice for the story, for it to end happy, right? With the trajectory of each character, like, there's just, like, if it were to end happy, I would feel really unsatisfied, I think. Even though it's like I want better for those characters so badly, but it's just not really realistic with the decisions that they've made. Because a lot of the fates that happened to them, I don't want to spoil, were definitely because of the choices that they had made throughout their lives and throughout the anime. And if it went any other way, then that just, it wouldn't be realistic. So this really was kind of just the best ending for the anime it could have gotten. Put a new monitor on your throne. I should put one of those monitors that you can mount to the wall. I should also put a new desk on my throne too, because I do not have enough desk space anymore. I don't have enough desk space for another monitor. I am sort of using a dual monitor setup, but when I say dual monitor, I mean I have my desktop, which I'm looking at, which has Streamlabs and my game on it. And then I have my laptop propped up on a dresser next to my desk, which has Twitch up, so I can see that my stream is still running and I could, like, see my chat and everything. I need more space for sure, but maybe I'll put, like, a new desk on my throne or something. We could do a test in Discord if you want to troubleshoot. We could do that sometime. Sure, I just, like, because because I was just looking around and there's no streamer mode and there's no like borderless window option. So no matter what I do, like I can't bring the mouse out of it. It's very strange. I might have to do a little more research, but the game is still so new that like whenever I try to look it up, it's always just like reviews for the game that I find. But we could probably test it out sometime, for sure. Once you've gotten used to 2 screens, you can't go back. I definitely need 2 screens because it's like I am using the monitor that I'm using for my desktop is pretty big. It's not like one of those major widescreen ones, but it's like a big enough one. It holds plenty of space on it. But definitely, I definitely would need like another monitor to just have a game on, I think. Maybe I could get one of those like vertical monitors. I have a friend, one of my voice actor friends has like a big like vertical monitor like thing, and I think it has a touch screen. Maybe it's just a giant tablet, I don't know. But I can think of some ideas. Maybe I'll add a few things to the throne and make them like community funded, so nobody has to pay like hundreds of dollars for me. I'd feel bad if you guys did that for me. But we can figure some things out for sure. Let me tell you the benefits to using a TV for a monitor, especially when editing. Yeah, a TV would also be a good idea, I think. This monitor that I'm using is actually a hand-me-down, and the person who had this monitor beforehand actually used it as a TV. Yeah, I got this computer and monitor from one of my dad's friends who's like a super genius, and he just fixes computers for fun. And builds PCs for fun too. So a while ago when I told my dad I wanted a gaming PC, he was just like, oh, let me ask my friend. See if he has the spare parts. And we had a little correspondence, and he was like, yep, I can make you one. And I got this for free. So it's definitely a good starter PC. Eventually I would like to get a nicer one, I think. One that has a larger graphics card, so I can play more types of games on here. But that's probably a bit of a stretch goal for now. But maybe like a year's time. Give it time. Once I start just like definitely streaming more consistently, growing more, I think definitely the options will open up. Absolutely. But it's 7, so I'm gonna go take a quick bathroom break, and when I come back, I'm gonna boot up some Pokemon. So I hope you guys are ready. See you in a bit.
Lilith is an awesome bun.
Hey, thank you. Right on time. Thank you so much for the 100, Alyssa. I am a pretty awesome bun, aren't I? Whoops. We got some Pokemon up. Yeah. Pokemon. Baby. Oh, hi, Pepper. How are you today, baby? My cat just walked into the room. I hope he doesn't become too disruptive. He was being very naughty earlier today. Very, very naughty. He kept going after my roommate's cat, and I had to separate them eventually. Weren't you, Pepper? Weren't you? Ah, you're so cute. Ah, I love him so much, even when he's naughty. Okay. Chapstick it up. Pinky up. Hey, and we're back. We're at the Lake of Rage! Who's ready to rage tonight, guys? As per usual, we gotta reacquaint ourselves with our team. So, who have we got on our side today, helping us out? We've got Jaws, the crocodile. He's not looking too good, so we're gonna have to heal him up. I think last time we were here, we caught the red Gyarados. That's what happened. We have 4 gym badges, and we caught the red Gyarados. Our Togepi evolved, and yeah, last Nuzlocke was a pretty good one, I'd say so. So we got Jaws. We have Poe the Noctowl. Oops. We have Hal, the Magnemite. We got Muscle, the Machop, who I did not name once again. This was from a trade. We got Egg, the Togetic. And we have the Fly, the Venonat. I think you're new. We just caught you. So, oh boy, we're gonna have quite a bit of grinding to do. We have a very uneven looking team here. And I know that we're in the place with the 5th gym badge. Who are you? Red-haired chap? That red Gyarados wasn't acting right. As I feared, somebody must have forced it to evolve. Did you come here because of the wild tales? You're Lilith. I'm Lance, a trainer like you. How you doing, Lance? What you getting into later? I heard some rumblings, so I came to investigate. I saw the way you battled earlier, Lilith. I can tell that you're a trainer with considerable skill. That's not the only skill I have, Lance. You don't mind, could you help me investigate? Investigate what, Lance? Your pants? I need to stop. I don't know what's going on with me. Why is Lance making me act up? Excellent. It seems that the Lake of Rage's Magikarp are being forced to evolve. A mysterious radio broadcast coming from Mahogany is the cause. I'll be waiting for you, Lilith. Wait, that must have been what we heard last time, when I thought it was the president. That was that weird frequency that we heard. That was creepy. That was legitimately really creepy. Okay. So yeah, we're here. We're gonna continue on. I'm pretty sure, the 5th gym badge is in Mahogany Town, too. So, what's up here? Are there more trainers up here? I should probably go heal first. And if I recall correctly, the 5th gym badge has... The 5th gym leader has fighting-type Pokemon, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, no, he has fighting-type Pokemon. Are the Rocket Grunts gone? Oh, fuck. They're still here. Hold it there, kiddo. The toll is 1,000 to go through. Thank you very much. Bitches. I'm just trying to get back to my man, Lance. Lilith is enthralled with Lance. It's super effective! Lance used Enthrall on Lilith. Lance used Cute Charm. It's super effective. Oh, it's still closed. Why are you closed? The people would like to shop. Yeah. So I think, yeah, he has fighting Pokemon. So that means we're gonna need, we'll probably want to train up Noctowl for sure. And also, I think our Togetic has a few, our Togetic, I think, has a few Psychic-type moves that we could use, too. I mean, Lance, it's basically the president of the Pokemon world. Listen, I gotta shoot high. I won't deny that money is something I look for. I barely make any myself, so you gotta think about your future a little bit, guys. President of the Poke World. I imagine that pays pretty well. I just have to find out if he gets health insurance. Because that's important too. The dad bod fighting gym leader is my spirit animal. Oh yeah, that's this guy, the dad bod leader. Let's see, are we in Mahogany Town right now, actually? I think we are. Oh, that's my bag. Not my gear. Nap. Yes, we are in Mahogany Town. Okay. Where did Lance say he wanted us to meet him? I think somewhere in the middle of town. Probably down somewhere. I'll find him. But yeah, we have to investigate the mysterious signal. Oh, there he is. I found you, love of my life. Uh-oh, the music's gotten a little suspicious. Dragonite, Hyper Beam. Whoa! That's a bit overkill, don't you think? What took you so long, Lilith? Sorry, I was trying to find the perfect outfit for you. Just as I thought. That strange radio signal is coming from here. I thought that gold box looked suspicious. The stairs are right here. Lilith, we should split up and check this place. I'll go first. Wait, take me with you! Oh boy, we have an infiltration to do! Ah, these are always my favorite parts of the old Pokemon games. I love infiltrating evil gang bases and beating up all their goons. Oh, it gives me life. Uh-oh. What's this? Uh-oh. I've been caught! Hey! Intruder alert! Oh. I thought they were gonna lock me up. Lance, please save me! With that nice credit score of yours. Alright, let's get his ass. No, we're gonna switch to somebody with Bite, I think. We'll send out Joss. Oh, okay. Here's something I actually wanted to talk about today, guys. I have a question for you all. I have a question. So I've been thinking about this like a lot for the past few days, and it's because, well, things have been very busy in like my adult life, and it's been a little stressful to say the least for these past few days. But yesterday at the very end of the day, I realized that I still had not opened my Basil Nendoroid yet, and I was like, I'm done working for today. I'm so tired, and I just want to open up this Basil Nendoroid. And so I did, and I played with it for a little bit, and it was really pleasant and nice, and it was just nice that like at the end of a long day of like doing awful, stressful adult things, I was able to like play with a toy, essentially. Like something that you'd probably associate with childhood. And it made me think about the term people are saying a lot now, healing the inner child. And I want to know, like, what, when you hear the term heal your inner child, it's my turn, there's no escape. Oh, shit, we got multiples. I thought he was running back because he forgot something. But when you hear that term, what meaning do you guys like to make out of it? Because when I hear it, sometimes I feel a little weird, I guess. Because, I don't know. Like, what am I trying to get at here? Oops, by the way. I'll send you out. I think, like, do I have an inner child that really needs to be healed, I guess? Like, I feel like when I was a kid, I was pretty happy, and it's more kind of the adult that's traumatized. And I'm like, my inner child is, I was a happy kid, so it's like, does it mean, oh, you're probably, okay, that didn't kill you, good. I need to be careful. What am I trying? I don't really know what I'm trying to get at here exactly. It's like, I feel like my child is healed, and it's the adult that really needs more healing. But what do you guys think when you hear that term? Like, what meaning do you exactly like to make out of it? You know? Do you have a child that needs to be healed, or do you find it's more the child inside you that's healing the adult you, who has to deal with the insane stresses of the world? Sorry if that's a little bit of a brainy question. I understand if you need some time to think about it. It is a bit of a strange question I get. Ooh, confusion. That's good. What do we want to get rid of for that? I think we can get rid of... I'm probably gonna get rid of Peck, I think. We probably don't need that. Both. Both? Okay. I kind of feel like that's a question for your mental health professional, if your inner child needs healing. That's the thing, because it's like, I don't know if there's like an inner child in me that like needs healing, because when I think about the happiest time in my life, it was probably childhood. But it's like, it's the adult I feel like that needs the healing. Maybe that is more of a question for my therapist, though. I'm not trying to, like, get advice, by the way. It's more just, like, I want to know how other people feel, I guess. I want to know what other people think and what kind of meaning they make out of it, you know? It's just more as, like, research. I think that people conflate the human need for fun with childness. So when people engage in fun, it can seem to them as focusing on their childlike aspects. Exactly. It's like, oh, we're learning a lot of moves today. Ooh, Vital Throw. Power 70. Alright, we're gonna get rid of Revenge, I think. Yeah, so it's like, I don't know, when I think about something like Pokemon or stuffed animals or even figure collecting to a degree, I think, like, I don't know. I'm like, why do these things have to be considered childish? Can't we just enjoy what we enjoy? You know, you're right there. You do bring up a good point, Uncle Slappy. It's less that the child needs to be healed and more letting your inner child out to let your adulting batteries recharge. That's a good way of putting it, too. Yeah, I guess less about, like, you know, feeling like there's a sad kid inside you that needs the adult version of them to fix them, but more like, I don't know. Yeah, I see what you're getting at there. That's interesting. I'm gonna go heal up real quick. I hope that won't trigger it again when I come back. Probably not. But yeah, it's just something I've really been thinking about a lot. Oh, thank you. I saw we had a bot in there. Stinky. Uh-oh, Stinky. That does not heal my inner child for sure. And how does that make you feel? No, I already had a therapy session this week. And I don't need you to promote my channel, Stinky Bot. I'm trying to do that myself. To some success. My short today made it to almost 1,000 views today. I was proud of that. Little victories. But yeah, I definitely think when I was unboxing my Nendoroid and playing with it, I certainly felt better. I felt a lot better than how I was feeling throughout the day. How I was feeling throughout the day when, you know, when I had to be in meetings, when I had to scramble to meet deadlines, and, you know, and think about all the different things that makes adulthood so stressful. Oh, we have a long way to go here. Wow. We got a few different options for where we can go. I want to get that item real quick. I want to see what that is. The whole point of enjoying things you did like as a kid is to enjoy life more in general, like when you were a kid. I've been thinking definitely a lot about my, my childhood lately. And one thing that does make me sad is kind of the older I get, the further and further the memories sort of become to me. it's like I remember a lot of like vague different things about childhood in bits and pieces, but it does certainly get harder and harder to remember with each passing day, which makes me kind of sad. But I do always remember that like when I was a kid, I was happy. I was precocious. I loved Pokemon as a kid. I had lots of friends. I was a lot more extroverted than I am now, I think. For sure. But yeah, I don't know. I've lost count of the amount of times I've said I don't know so far. Oh shit, that might kill me. No punishment today! It's nice when a video does well. I was giddy when one of my videos did better than I thought I would. It is really nice. The YouTube Shorts algorithm is like so goddamn whack. It's so weird. It's like some shorts, they get like no views at all, or they'll make it maybe at most 30 in 24 hours, and some shorts just like pop off. It's really strange. I don't understand how these numbers work, but I'm not complaining. But that's really nice. I'm glad your video did well too. I definitely agree that society at large needs to relax on what's seen as acceptable for adults to do to relax. I kind of feel like millennials did a lot of that. Did a lot in service of that. True. It's like, I don't know, I get mad when I see, like, people look at others that are into, I don't know, things like anime and games, or collecting things, and they're just like, oh, why don't you go get a job? And, or they look at hobbyists and they're like, oh, you need to get a job. And it's like, how do you think they're affording all that shit? With a job! A lot of these people do work jobs, and they like this stuff because it distracts them from just, like, all of the awful things on this planet, you know? So I always hate that argument that it's like, if you're into more childish things, then it's like, oh, you must fit a certain stereotype that, like, you don't have a job and you live in your parents' basement, you know? And there's not even anything wrong with either of those things, too. Because you don't know people's stories. I'm probably getting a little too off topic there, though. That's a whole other conversation. We too had a bleak future. Thank you, Lilith. I want to let you guys know that, like, no matter what you're into, just keep enjoying it. Don't let anybody tell you that, like, it's childish or that somebody your age shouldn't like something like that, you know? It's silly. Oh, yeah, disabled. The move's disabled! Come on, Lilith! So thank you guys. These are very interesting opinions I'm hearing here. Again, not looking for any kind of advice or anything, but just like, I wanted to know what some other people's perspectives on it, because the term, I like the term heal the inner child. I've just always been kind of confused as to what it meant. But I feel like it's one of those terms I think that you can kind of make your own meaning out of. And maybe it doesn't really have to mean anything, or it can mean whatever you want it to mean. Boomers out there telling you to relax in a healthy way, like alcoholism, right? I mean, sure, I guess if it gets to the point where you have too many of a certain thing, like too many figures, it can be considered like a type of addiction, but it's, I don't know, better that than like being on really hard drugs or being a depressed alcoholic. You're right. Some people are addicted to both. Adulthood is really tough. Sometimes it feels like it's like, God, how do some people do it all by themselves, you know? But I'm sure that I'm definitely not alone in that feeling. There's probably a lot of people who feel that way. I play Magic. I know how much it costs. Yeah, some people are really into card games too. A lot of people are really into D&D, and now that D&D has become so popular, you don't see anybody telling them that, like, that's too childish of an activity, right? Could I use Muscle here? I'm gonna start calling him Muscle. I think the common meaning for healing your inner child is to allow yourself to do the things you had to give up after growing up. Exactly. There was even a point in time, maybe when I was like late middle school, early high school, where I thought that I was too old for Pokemon. And I didn't play it for a couple of years because, like, you know, even the people around me who were, no. Even the people around me who were like my age would be like, oh, you still play Pokemon? That's for babies. And I had to believe that myself for a while. More so, you know, when you're that age so you can fit in with the other kids. But, you know, also just because you think like maybe that is too childish for me now and I need to be into other things like teenage boys. Ugh, as a 13-year-old, you know? But no, and then a couple years later I realized like, wait, that's stupid. That's really stupid. There are people well into their 30s and 40s that love Pokemon. And even now, you see like millennials who grew up with Pokemon are raising their kids with Pokemon. And they're enjoying it with their children. So it's like by being able to like hold on to the things that you loved as a kid, you can then share it with your children if you choose to have them. And I think that's really cool. Also, people talking about Magic the Gathering and other card games in chat. I used to collect Pokemon cards. D&D being popular still throws me off as someone who started when it was shunned, right? For me, it's even still kind of weird sometimes seeing how popular anime is now. Because, like, back when I was, you know, a very young little weeaboo, a very, very young little weeaboo, you know, it wasn't considered cool to like anime or like emo bands or any of the things that I liked. And now seeing that like people consider it cool, it's still, sometimes it surprises me. I like it. I like that now kids don't get bullied as much for liking anime. And when you go to an anime convention, you'll just see all kinds of people. But it's still something that I'm kind of getting used to myself. I've been yelled at for DMing D&D at work, saying that I was grooming children for DMing D&D's adults at work? What the fuck? That's psychotic. Jesus. Oh, you're grooming because you're sharing your interests with adults your age. Fuck them. Tell them they can go suck it. God, what is with me today? I know I always say I'm on something else, but I legit think I'm on something else right now. Oh yeah, I was into anime before I was into D&D. I was doomed as a teenager. No, I was doomed as a teenager too, because I was a little emo teenager. And you know, and even the anime that I liked weren't considered cool. But I'm just happy that now kids at least don't have to worry as much about being bullied for their interests. Although I don't really know, because like I'm a bit far, I'm starting to get a little more far removed from those years, so I don't really know now what kids get, what's cool, what's not cool, in terms of hobby-wise. Ugh, that makes me feel really old to say that. I'm not even really that old. Rousey. I want to train up Poe here, because I want him to be our star player for when we face off against the 5th gym. I want him and probably Egg to be our 2 star players. I know I should be training up Venonat a little bit, but I can do that later. I'm gonna bite you. I will say, as a 34-year-old, you can take my cartoons from my cold, dead hands. That's the right attitude to have, Dr. Karate. That is exactly the right attitude. I was watching Trixie Mattel's newest video the other day, and Trixie is in her mid-30s, and while she was doing her video, putting on her makeup, she had Powerpuff Girls on in the background, and she was talking about her favorite episodes of the Powerpuff Girls, and that made me happy. And Trixie even models herself after, like, Barbies and cartoon characters. So it's like, it really doesn't matter what age you are. I'm gonna love this stuff my whole life for sure. Because these are, like, the few things in life that give me genuine joy. So if I let go of that, you know, what do I have? Sorry, that's a little dark. We are beating these asses. We are the 10-year-old infiltrating and beating up all these adults that are telling me that I can't like Pokemon. Yeah, it's wild how anime is cool now. Like, I don't have to change the subject of conversation anymore when it comes up. Right? More often than not, people will know what you're talking about. I can't tell you, I think every single time that I have been on a subway in like the past 1 or 2 years, there has been somebody that has stepped onto that train wearing an anime t-shirt. Everybody likes anime now. Everybody's wearing JoJo's t-shirts. Everybody is wearing, actually no, I'm gonna keep you up so you can gain this level. Everybody's wearing JoJo's t-shirts. Everybody's wearing My Hero Academia t-shirts. Everybody has Ita bags with little pins on them. It's fucking cool to like anime. I complimented a girl a few months ago on her jacket and she told me it was from Genshin Impact. So it's like, it's nice now that you don't have to like worry about hiding your interests as much. I'm here for aggressive Lilith. Are Pogs cool again? Alright, I guess everybody in chat is my little Pog champ. You're only hearing that today, guys. Today, with this everybody who's participated in this conversation, you're all my little Pog champs. Also, parents wanted us to stop watching cartoons, then maybe they should stop kids from being iPad kids. If I ever choose to have kids one day, then I definitely would want them to grow up on the cartoons that I watched. I'd want to grow up showing them like Gravity Falls and Steven Universe. Just a lot of the things that I watch that just, you know, with great characters, interesting stories, they teach good lessons. I hopefully that would help me make a good mom. Right? People who infantilize people who like kid stuff are just projecting their insecurities. Exactly. And I already get infantilized enough as somebody who's really short. So you can imagine when they see tiny little me, who wears pigtails and pleated skirts, talking about anime. Sometimes people get surprised when they learn how old I am. Don't you know once you hit 18, you have to give up on anything you like and only like drinking sports and reading the news? Yup! God, I don't know. People have become so boring. It's like when you're scrolling through like a dating app and everybody just looks like an NPC because it's like, my interests include bars and hiking. I like you if you don't take yourself too seriously. These are all my pictures. Me in a suit. Me with a dog. Me at a party. Me at work. That's why I deleted all of them. I'm just like, come on, doesn't anybody like Pokemon? Anime? Anything? My experience with first-person shooters is the same as Rocket Gun. I'm just doing my thing as a 12-year-old comes in and kicks ass out of nowhere. Yeah, I mean, but it's like at least you're sharing it with sharing the experience with people from other generations. But that's why whenever I do go out and like drink with friends, I tend to gravitate towards like bars with games. Like arcade games or pinball games, because it's just like, that's what I enjoy. It's like, sometimes I get bored just like sitting in a table and drinking and talking, or like listening to conversations, because it's like, I mean, you wouldn't know it from stream, but I'm a very quiet person, and I often, like when I'm with groups of people, I'll kind of just, like, I more just sit and I listen and I observe. It doesn't always mean I'm bored, it just means I'm quiet, but like, if there's like a pinball machine, that's what I want to put my focus on, and that's when I'm really having fun. Lilith, I think you'd make a great mom, TBH. Oh, thank you. That's actually really nice to hear. Sometimes I kind of question that myself. I'm like, would I ever be a good mom? I guess I'm still kind of deciding whether or not to have children. Maybe one day. Ouch! What was that? I got shocked! Next time you're in Seattle, try Unicorn. It's an arcade bar. Ooh, I should. Wait, hang on. Oh, wait, no, I do have an electric Pokemon. Never mind. I was about to say, maybe I'd catch this, but, what the fuck? Actually, once when I was in Portland, a few years ago, I went to like a really cool barcade over there, and it was huge. And one of the floors had like a ton of pinball machines, all kinds of pinball machines. They had like an Elvira pinball machine, a Ghostbusters pinball machine, a lot of really cool ones, like an Alien Invasion one. But I should try Unicorn Bar. Because some of my favorite bars in where I am are like barcades. I hate this thing. Can I please stop getting random encounters? Good God. Very queer too. Ooh, say no more. Say no more. If it is a queer gamer bar, I am fucking there. Because I'm sure you guys have heard the term like Pokemon gay before. But those are people that I tend to, you know, get along with a lot. I'd love to have like a group of like, you know, queer Pokemon friends. Okay, hard mode. If you're at a party and there's a pinball machine and a cat, where do you focus? Okay. If there's a pinball machine and a cat, then I would get one of those little cat harnesses. I would put the cat in the harness and let it fall asleep in there, and I would let it be harnessed on me while I play pinball. That's what I would do. Because at first I was gonna say I would hold the cat in one arm and play pinball in the other, but you need both hands to play pinball. So, that's kind of out of the question. But yeah, I would buy the little cat harness that some people had, and I would use that, and I would let the cat fall asleep on me while I play pinball. But God, that's a hard question. Also, everybody, we need a quick moment of silence for Tater Tot. Rest in peace, Tater Tot, the cat. We all love you over here. Guys, when I saw the Tater Tot died, I legit started crying. I was so sad. I was already in like a weird mood that day, and that just like broke me. I was like, no! Not Tater Tot! He's over the Rainbow Bridge. But it's okay, his memory will live on forever. His heart was too big. Aww. He was such a little sweetie. Also, I agree that pinball totally slaps. I fucking love pinball. I don't know, something about it's like, although sometimes I get overwhelmed by a lot of stimuli, there's something about the stimuli of pinball that just sets off my little serotonin receptors a lot. Interesting note, pinball was banned in some cities because they said it was the same as gambling. I actually just watched a video about that. I watched a video by one of my favorite YouTubers, super underrated YouTuber. His name is Elliot Roberts. He makes a bunch of videos about the Beatles and like classic rock. But he just made a video about a bunch of brand biopics, because he also makes a lot of videos about biopics. And he made a video about how brand biopics have become really popular as of late. And one of the brand biopics he talked about was was about the guy who made pinball legal again in some states because they considered it gambling, which is ridiculous. There's like no money that goes into gambling besides like a couple of quarters, but you don't win anything. You don't win any money from pinball, so that's so silly. But it made me kind of curious to watch the movie though, because I thought that sounded like one of the most fascinating ones out of all the biopics he talked about. But yeah, isn't that interesting that like pinball used to be considered like illegal in some places because they thought it was like CS:GO skins. Oh cool, there's a Discord server. Thank you so much for the link. And thank you for the boop snoop. Achoo! Lilith just going to every party with a cat harness in her pocket. It's so funny because when I was in college, because I adopted Pepper when I was in college, and when in my junior and senior year, I lived in a 2-floor apartment with a bunch of my friends. And you know, although I've never really been much of like a crazy partier, like my friends enjoyed a party. My friends enjoyed throwing parties. So we would often throw parties just like for all of our friends, all of like our theater friends that we had, and at our apartment. And and whenever we would, I would always like to keep Pepper locked up in my bedroom because, you know, people get drunk and they get stupid. And they could end up accidentally leaving doors open so they can, I don't know, whatever, dawdle, wait for their friends to walk in, and the cat can run out. So I would always keep him locked up in my room just in case. And sometimes I would go up there just to check on him. And so many times, so many times at these parties. I'd be up in my room just checking on him, and then I would hear a little knock at the door. And somebody from the party would walk in, usually a bit under the influence, and they would be like, "I heard there's a cat here." And I'd be like, "Yeah." And so every time we would throw a party, it would become like the cat room, where people could go if they ever needed to like chill, relax, if they needed a break, or if they were just drunk and they wanted to pet a cat. So he was very popular at school, and it made me even develop a bit of my name for myself. Or whenever we would go to other people's parties, so many people would come up to me and they'd be like, "You're the girl with a cat, right?" And I'd be like, "Yep, that's me. I'm the girl with the cat." Because there weren't a lot of people with pets on campus, because you had to get them applied as like therapy pets. So I had to like jump through a few hoops, like I had to get some like notes signed by therapists and get him approved to be on campus. So he was allowed to be there, but I had to do a couple of things and be like, I have really bad anxiety and I need him or else I'll go crazy. Which was true. I did legit need him for my anxiety. But yeah, I am the person where it's like, if I'm at the function and there's an animal there, I will be spending all of my time with that animal. Like, I had one friend who had a cute little Pomeranian and a cat, and every time we would go to her house, I would just spend the entire time holding the little Pomeranian in my arms and being like, "You are mine, and we are going to be best friends all night." I wanted to hold the cat too, but he would always hide on top of the fridge. He was still friendly though. People mid-century did not like money-based entertainment. But my question is, what made them believe that pinball was gambling though? Because all you get is a high score from gambling. And I know that they said, I think they considered it gambling because they said it's a game of luck. Which isn't true. It's more, it is kind of more a game of skill. Like, there are people who are a lot better at pinball than others. But that's really the only argument that I could think of for that, you know? Your cat is more popular than me. My cat was more popular than me at school. My cat was a lot more popular than I was at school, because people didn't know me by my name. They knew me as the girl with the cat. They'd come up to me and they wouldn't be like, "Hi, Lilith." They'd be like, "You're the girl with the cat." Yep, that's me. Girl with cat. Any animal that exists within a place hosting a party is obligated to become the party cat for partygoers to pet. It's written in the Bill of Rights. Yep. You're kind of cursed with that once you get one. You just have to understand, all right, if you own this animal and you host functions, people are going to want to pet it, especially when they have a few glasses of boxed wine in their system. Few boxes of Franzia. Usually it was the chill stoners too who would come up and pet the cat, and I would enjoy my time with them. For me, it's like, if your party doesn't have an animal or a pinball machine, then I'll just be hanging out in the smoking section because that's where all the like really chill people are. And I could usually bum a hit of weed off of somebody there. But partying ain't really in my lifestyle much no more, but that's okay. Oh, I could have skipped that thing entirely. Having a pet during college might have gotten me through it thinking about it. You know, it became clear to me just one day. I was sitting in my dorm room, and I don't know, for a while, just something was feeling wrong. Something really felt like it was missing, and I was getting anxious a lot. I wasn't leaving my dorm much, and something just really felt like it wasn't right. And then one day it just kind of hit me, and it brought me back to the beginning. Poopy! Well, I'll use that to heal up. But eventually one day it just kind of dawned on me. I was like, oh, I need a cat. I was like, I need an animal. Like, that's what I need. That's what's missing. That's what's going to fix this problem here. And it took me a while to like think about it, and I was like, oh, well, you know, I should probably talk to my parents about it, because when I wasn't at college, I was with them. And so that would be another animal under the roof, and they already had a cat at home. And so it took me some time to think about it. But then when I went up to my mom and I was like, Mom, I think I really want a cat for college. And she was like, okay. She was cool with it. She was happy about it. My dad was a little harder to convince. He was more like, okay, well, you know, you're gonna have to be the one to feed it. You have to take care of it. You have to pay for it. And I'm like, I know these things. I have an on-campus job. And these are all things I've thought about. So, but then I was able to convince him. And then I adopted Pepper, and the day I brought Pepper back to my parents' house, we went to bed, and my dad went, bye, Pepper, I love you. Lance! Hi! Are you alright? I am now. Your Pokemon are hurt and tired. Here, give them some of my medicine. Oh, well, I guess I didn't need to heal. Also, thank you for the clip, Dean Metchin. I appreciate that. Always appreciate the clipping, guys. It helps me a lot. But yeah, I think adopting Pepper was probably one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. He is my little sunshine. I love him so much. But yeah, and he definitely helped get me through some tough times at college, for sure. I remember in To Kill a Mockingjay, they considered playing with matches somehow gambling? How is that even considered luck, though? I don't understand that. You rotten little pest. Who, me? Little me. Baby. He is a baby. He's so sweet. Even when he's being a dick, he's so sweet. Earlier today, I was just like laying on my bed, and I knew I could just feel a nap coming on because I was so tired. And he just like pressed his little face up against me and was rubbing his face all over me, and it was just so goddamn cute and sweet. I know it was also because he wanted dinner, but like he was purring really loudly, and it was just... He gives me so much serotonin. One of the few constants in my life, I think. I love the I don't want any animals to this I love this animal so much trope. That is my dad to a T. Like, even, a better example even was, after our cat Ringo died a few years ago. Ringo was like the family cat for a long time, and my mom loved him so much. And when he died, he lived a long time. He lived to be about 15. And, like, we were mourning for a bit, but usually, I remember when our first cat died a while ago, it took us a bit until we were able to adopt another one. We needed some time. But then my mom's birthday was a couple months after Ringo died, and my dad asked my mom, he was like, all right, what do you want for your birthday? And before he even finished the sentence, she was like, I want a kitten. I was like, are you sure? You don't want a little more? Nope, I want a kitten. And he wasn't really happy about it at first, because he's never really been too much of an animal person. Like, because our cats have never really taken to him much. Ringo didn't really like him much. And so, you know, he wasn't really looking forward to another cat. But then we adopted Layla. Oh, I need a password for that. We adopted Layla from my mom. And Layla is this precious, doll-like little fuzzball. She has long fur. I'm pretty sure she's part ragdoll, at least, because she looks a lot like a ragdoll, and she acts a lot like a ragdoll. And we got her as a kitten, and the second we took her home, like, my dad's lap was the first one she crawled into, and he just looked at her, and his face melted. And he went, hi, Puffball. And it was the sweetest thing ever, and now he loves her so much. Their relationship is the cutest thing. Like, she'll crawl onto it. She'll crawl onto his shoulder, and purr, and it just makes him so happy. He loves that fucking cat, and it's just like the most wholesome thing I've ever seen. And my dad's like a big dude too, so seeing the juxtaposition of him and this tiny little fuzzball is so goddamn cute. Have you tried password 1? Lance, I need help! Lilith, in order to unlock the door to the radio transmitter, you need the voice of a certain person. The name of the person is Petrol, the Team Rocket executive. Petrol? Wow, their parents must have hated them. They named them after gas. I found out he's hiding in their leader's office. Unfortunately, though, that room is also protected by a password. Lilith, we need the password to their leader's office first. Why does he keep leaving me? Don't leave. No, don't leave. You're so sexy. No, babe, don't. You're so sexy. Come on. Alright, we got some more grunts to beat up. Ugh, the guy in the cape is incredibly tough. And I had no choice but to tell him all the secrets about this hideout. Except that our leader's office is protected with 2 passwords. Can you give me those passwords before I beat your ass too? Stinky baby named after gas, right? He's so stinky. That's so unfortunate. His name's Petrol. Lance is bringing sexy back. Guys, I keep singing that fucking meme song. You know, the Eurodance one? The all of the dream, what does it mean? Like, I keep walking around my apartment going, life, it never die. Women are my favorite guy. It's so funny. Life, it never die. Women are my favorite guy. Watch, they're gonna show us what Lance looks like, and I'm gonna be like, ugh, never mind. Hey, Alyssa, thank you so much for the 10 gifted community subs. My goodness, thank you so much. Thank you, I really appreciate that. Thank you for the support, yay! Choo choo choo! Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate the support, just like endlessly. Heads was bits. Alright, I'm guessing heads from now on all the time. When in doubt, always guess heads. Heads is just always the more positive option. But thank you! Yay! Achoo! Thank you for the boop snoot, too. All of the bits. All of the subs. What rub-a-dub-dub. I need to think of something to like sing or do whenever I get like gifted subs and bits. Because I want to think of, I keep saying I want to think of something more creative than just a simple thank you, you know? Y'all deserve more than that for your generosity. But thank you, the generosity is always very much appreciated. I binge his posts every other week. Is he like Twitter famous or something? I had never heard of that guy before that. Or is he a musician? Because I don't know, I mean, I'm guessing he made it ironically. But does he have other songs besides that? I've never listened to any Eurodance before. But I like that so many people were drawing them. And did you guys see in the newest version, he replaced the blonde lady? He replaced the blonde lady! I'm like, how could you do that to her? Where did she go? She was iconic. I miss her. I miss her every day. Thank you for the bits and the subs, sung to the tune of the Cruel Angel's Thesis. That's a good one. I could sing, like, anime songs, I guess. I'll sing the Real Folk Blues every time. Sad I didn't get to experience DreamCon. Oh yeah, DreamCon just happened. If anybody went there, I hope you guys had fun. It looked like a lot of fun. From all the images I saw on Twitter, I saw a lot of cool cosplays. It's definitely been convention season. I have not been to one in a while. All right, can somebody give me a goddamn password around here? What does a 10-year-old have to do to get a password in this joint? What's up here? Ooh, there's a lot up here. Whoa, what's going on with those electrodes? They're abusing Pokemon here! What is happening? Uh-oh. We gotta shut this shit down, guys. This is bad. Alright, I'll wait to come up here. I'm gonna defeat everybody left on this floor, I think. This is a bigger dungeon than I thought. Beep, beep, beep. He does skits on TikTok and Instagram, and that's one of them. Oh, okay. I'll have to follow him. I like his red hair a lot. Anime-chan. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're having a good night. Uh-oh. You're me! But I'm me! In that case, we gotta send out Hal. Nothing like a little Friday night infiltration to keep the mind stimulated and make you feel alive, huh? If my days in information security have taught me anything, the password is on a sticky note next to the mirror. It's the easiest thing in the world for you to find. Ryan Zinlin, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Bunny Cult. Welcome, welcome. I really appreciate the follow. Enjoy your stay. We're playing a Pokemon Soul Silver Nuzlocke right now. With the added twist where every time a Pokemon dies, I gotta spin a punishment wheel. Fun times. Oh, I didn't pull the punishment wheel up, actually. Well, in that case, we're just gonna have to hope that, nobody dies. Oh, balls. I don't have any awakenings. Do I have any berries? I don't! Okay. New plan. Jaws. So, anybody got any fun weekend plans going on? I have a couple of weekend plans that'll be nice. Some plans to see friends. That'll be cool. By next week, I'll have a schedule back up. I'm gonna have some company coming next week, so it might be a little bit light of a schedule, but who knows? I'll definitely be able to squeeze a few streams into there, for sure. Do I want to go back and heal real quick? No, I don't think I do. Does anybody need to be healed up? Hal needs to be healed up. He'll wake up eventually. Oh, I had a full heal. Wow. I had 5 full heals. Oh, Lilith. Oh, Lilith, what is going on in that brain of yours? What's going on in that squishy little gray matter? Not much, apparently. Uh-oh. I take it back. I take it back. There's a lot going on up here. Smart, amazing things going on up here. I wasn't just talking badly about myself. I think I'm going to that cat cafe again Sunday. Otherwise, not really any plans. Ooh! Any plans to do any adopting? Have you found any cats that you've taken to? No! I set myself up for that one, didn't I? Alright, after we defeat this Raticate, you guys know what's coming. We'll be getting swole. That's okay. That's okay. I guess I set myself up for that one. It's alright. Now that I began Undertale, this fills me up with determination. Much determination, indeed. And we got our new Vital Throw here. Gonna replay the entire Shantae series, probably. Ooh! I knew somebody once who played the Shantae series. I really like the art style for that game. And all the big bouncy boobies, too. That's pretty nice as well. I'll be trying to get my newly adopted cat to open up and say hi to me. You adopted a cat? Oh, Slowpoke Tail and Raticate Tail. Were those the passwords? Okay. We have both the passwords, guys. Oh, one of these is gonna be an enemy. Alright, but you know what time it is. You guys know what time it is. Also, what's your cat's name, Dr. Karate? And what kind of cat are they? Here goes. 10 squat punishment time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ha! We did it! Swole Bunny! I feel like it gets a little less hard with each time, which is nice. Also, I'm gonna go take another quick bathroom break. I will be right back. I have returned. Yay. Cat chat, cat chat, cat chat, cat chat. I have a cat already. She's just not with me right now. It's been a hard on me. Oh, hopefully she'll come up around October this year. Oh yeah, I hope you get reunited with your kitty cat soon. Everybody needs to be united with their baby. Oh, well don't worry. I'm sure you'll get to see her really soon. Oh, neither of these were what I thought they were. But yeah, no, I'm holding out hope, don't worry. Calico from an international student that had to leave the country but couldn't take his cat with him. Her name is Guang Guang, which is Chinese for light. Oh, that's so sweet, and good on you for taking up the mantle to adopt the kitty cat. Dude, that's really nice. You have a very big heart for that. So, I appreciate that a lot. I hope you guys get along. I'm sure you will. Once you get a bag of treats out, that cat's gonna love you, I'll tell you that. Because if there's one thing about cats, they are very food-motivated animals. At least all the ones that I've had. So give them some treats, feed them a couple of times. They'll be on your lap in no time. Alright, this was Slowpoke Tail, wasn't it? Checks the voice. Oh, they checked the voice. Okay, so that's not the right one, I don't think. Alright, I guess I do need to go up here then. But we got both the passwords. Slowpoke Tail and another... Oh, no, you weren't the one. It was somebody. Somebody gave me the password Slowpoke Tail, I'm pretty sure. You. Yes. Okay. Let's go up here. Guys, my Basil Nendoroid is so goddamn cute. I can't stop staring at him. He's adorable. Everybody, if you haven't seen the Basil Nendoroid, you should Google him. He's such a little sweetie. I set him up so he's holding a little flower pot with a sunflower in it. And sunflowers are my favorite kind of flower. So that's just like, I don't know, it gives me a little bit of joy every time. I like that sunflowers are always facing the direction of the sun. Which is what Basil likes about them too. He's definitely a comfort character for me. Because I remember I played Omori at a weird time in my life, and I just found so much comfort in little Basil. Does anybody else here have a comfort character? Or just like somebody that like Just like a character in a piece of fiction that just like gives them peace and happiness. That's definitely Basil for me. Adorable. He is adorable. Okay. Thunder, wait, Spark, I mean. Right now she's committing cuddle tax evasion. Nope, she's gotta pay that cuddle tax. If she wants her meal, she's gotta pay the pet tax, right? I bet she's very cute though. Calicos are beautiful. One of my old friends from school, from high school and like elementary school, she used to have a calico, and she was like the nicest cat ever. Calicos are really sweet. Oh no, wait, no, she wasn't a calico. She was a tortoiseshell. My bad. She was the other cat that that's exclusively female. She was a tortoiseshell. Also a very adorable breed. But I know I think it's calicos and tortoiseshells that are female only. I'm pretty sure it's those two breeds. Both extremely cute. Bee from Bee and Puppy Cat. LOL, I watch the season whenever I'm down. Oh, Bee and Puppy Cat is a great show to watch when you just like need to relax and vibe and feel good. Bee is a very relatable character too. Definitely a good comfort character, I think. Yeah, I love the concept of like a comfort character. I find it very fascinating for me that it's Basil who's like a boy character, because usually I like girl characters a lot more. Oh no, there's just something in his little face. His little face that I just love and appreciate. Oh, I could really use another healing. I'm out of super potions. Guess I'll use a hyper potion, but we'll have to buy more things after this, I think. Actually, we're starting to lose the use of super potions because everybody's getting really... Oh, we have all these vitamins too. I'll wait until after to start feeding those to my Pokemon, I think. Haha, pee up. Sorry, I had to. Why do you guys stand me? It was kind of hard to pick how I wanted to model my Basil Nendoroid because he came with so many really cute accessories. He came with a teeny tiny little photo album. Oh, that boss is wearing a fedora. You know he means business. And an actual fedora, not even a trilby, not even the Milady hat. Sequad of Katarina from Dark Souls 1 is my rock. He's the safe harbor in the storm that is Dark Souls. That's really beautiful, actually. Oh, fuck. Not you! Ugh. I hate this guy so much. He surprises me every damn time. It's alright. We're gonna beat him. We're gonna beat him. And I Pokemon no match at all. I don't care that I lost. I can maybe give... Oh, wait. Maybe I don't have to face him because he's already... He's already dead. Because you're adorable. We love your silly, dorky jokes. Thank you. I'm glad you guys appreciate me. And my dorky dad jokes. I'm furious that I lost to a bleeding heart like him. Hey, don't talk about my boyfriend that way! I mean, he doesn't know that he's my boyfriend yet, but... I don't have time for the likes of you. What the fuck is your damage, bro? I hate him so much! Buttface. Fucking Buttface over here. Think you're so cool because your name's Buttface. Let's see, is there anything up here before I face the boss? The big boss. It's the bit! Actually, maybe I do want to quickly heal. No, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We can do this. We can do this, guys, right? We can do this. Easy peasy, lemon freezy. A lemon freezy would be really good right now. Agreed. Oh, thank you. Even when I make observations like how there's an item in this game called pee up. Ha! Bet you weren't expecting a 10-year-old to get both your passwords, Mr. Fedora. Is that Giovanni? No, that's Petrol. By the way, I bet your parents hate you because your name's Petrol. We've been waiting for you. So you're Lilith. Me? You don't know who I am. You own the gas station? It's me, Giovanni. The majestic He is Giovanni! I knew it! The majestic Alright, we gotta give him the Tony Soprano here. It's me, Giovanni. The majestic Giovanni himself. Wahehe! Huh? I don't sound anything like Giovanni? I don't even look like Giovanni? How come? I worked so hard to mimic him. Oh, it was Petrol the whole time. I am a Team Rocket executive. You must be trying to sneak into the radio transmitter room. Well, that's not going to happen. That room is protected with a special password. The password is Hail Giovanni. Surprised to hear it from me? Knowing the password won't help, though. The door won't open unless I say the password. It only reacts to my voice. Well, good. It's a good thing. It's a good thing that I got the strap here. You're no match for my gun. Give me the password. Say it. Can you imagine if I was just a 10-year-old equipped with a gun? All right, here goes, guys. We're gonna start with a reflect, I think, just to be safe. Thought you could outsmart me with that one, huh? No worries, no worries. We're not gonna freak out just yet. We're not gonna freak out just yet. It ain't over till it's over, right?
Oh, so that's how you want to play. Well, I can play too.
Once I would have considered that it would be ridiculous that a big organization like Team Rocket would have such poor security. Then I worked at a big company and I fully believe it now. I know the Team Rocket members well enough to know that they're incompetent as shit. I guess just as much as a cybersecurity team. That's funny, are they really that bad? Oh man. Come on, get him, egg. Let's make an omelet out of this man. Better crack like an egg before you fold like an omelet. Ayer. Yeah! Take that! Take that, loser! You're no Giovanni. Where's your Persian? Oh yeah, I should have known it wasn't Giovanni because he doesn't have a Persian. This man's a phony. He's a fake. I bet his fedora isn't even real. How many gyms have you done? Hello, Ryans. Hello. I have 4 gym badges so far, and pretty soon we're gonna be getting our 5th. Right after I beat Petrol's ass here. Which I'm feeling very confident about right now. After this vital throw. Yeah! Hell yeah! Gained a boost. How close is muscle actually to leveling up? Oh, excuse me, muscle. How much longer until muscle levels up here? Since disbanding Team Rocket 3 years ago, our Giovanni has been missing. But we're certain he's been waiting for the right time for a revival. Losing to you won't change the fact that you're unable to get in the radio transmitter room. You still need my voice to unlock it. It's a good thing I had this secret recording device the whole time! Clumsy fuck. After that purple-haired man! Hail Giovanni. Oh, hail Giovanni! Imagine if he said that with just like the deepest voice where he looks at you and he's like, hail Giovanni. Just this tiny little Murkrow. You may be able to. After that Murkrow! Oh great, we have another chase sequence. Why are there chase sequences in my Pokemon game? Alright, get back here. The password is Hail Giovanni! Don't worry, Electrodes. I'll come back for you one day. Come on. Hail Giovanni! I like that this Murkrow just, like, disrespects his owner so much. Okay, was it this way? No. It was this way. It was down here. Yeah, he's like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. That guy doesn't even feed me. The password is Hail Giovanni. What if he goes up there and he just decides to be a little shit and he's like, the password is fuck you. The password is Hail Giovanni. Hail Giovanni! Oh, he screamed it. Hail Giovanni! Murkrow screamed the password, mimicking the voice of Petrol. The voice recognition system unlocked the door. Well, that was a freebie. Wow, he just totally didn't have his owner's back. Oh my god. Hold it right there. We can't let a brat like you do as you please forever. It'll hurt Team Rocket's pride over and over again, making it lessen, you see. So, it's time to finish you. However, strong as you may be, if the two of us fight at the same time, you'll have no chance of winning. Don't you agree? I know what's coming. Hehehehe. Sorry, baby. Now, get ready to be thrashed. Yes! Coming in clutch, Lance! Hold it. 2-on-1 battle? That's so unfair. And against my girlfriend, no less. Typical Team Rocket to be so sneaky. Allow me to join the battle. What? You had an accomplice? Where's your sense of dignity? Excuse me? You with the 10,000 fucking goons in here? Where's your sense of dignity, bitch? As interim boss in this place of Giovanni, I'll show you how wrong it is to meddle with Team Rocket. Oh no, I'm surrounded by all these hot, sexy redheads. Whatever will I do? She kinda looks like Jessie all grown up. Wow. Wasn't Ariana kinda given a little bit of Jessie there? With the red hair and the ostentatious haircut? Oh yeah, we got this Dragonite on our side now. I really like monotype. Next slide, can you do a fairy monotype? What? What's a monotype? Just curious. I'm just gonna heal you up real quick. Wait, is Arbok poison dark? Just curious. Okay, he used fly. Okay, well hopefully they're all gonna, okay, they're all just going after, okay, I'm gonna go after Arbok here. And hopefully that'll hit him and will affect him. Because if he's poison dark, it's not gonna do anything. But if he's just purely poison, then it will. Monotype is a mon with only one type thing. Oh! Oh yeah, that would make sense, you're right. Oh good, he's only poison. But yeah, unfortunately in this game, fairy types weren't made yet, so... we may have to wait until our next Nuzlocke. I'm sorry about that. No, I'm not psychic, okay. Flying type. Not super effective against me. But yeah, unfortunately there's no fairy in this game. I'm sorry to say. And yeah, this is a Nuzlocke, so I can really only catch the Pokemon that appear on, like the first Pokemon that appears on a route. So sorry to disappoint there. Get this goddamn Arbok. This John Arbuckle right here. John Arbuckle, John Arbuckle. Yay! Alright, we may actually end up being ready for the gym then. Takedown. No, I don't want to learn Takedown. I don't like moves with recoil. Personally, I think it would be way too dangerous in the Nuzlocke to have a move with recoil damage. So we're not going to do that. I'm gonna switch to Hal, I think. Nightshade. What if that Murkrow was the one that just gave us the password? Wouldn't that be fucked up? It's like, whose side are you on? Mine or the enemies? That other Murkrow was definitely not on his enemy's side. He just straight up ran over and shouted the password. He was like, God, he had me locked up for so long in there. I thought I'd never see the sun again. I'm a fucking bird. I gotta fly. Oh shit. Hal almost died there. There's no target. Gloom. Gloom and doom. I'm gonna switch back to Poe, I think. I really want Poe to be nice and strong for the gym, I think. The guilt of pushing a Pokemon too far to the recoil and causing their death. Exactly! That is what I would like to avoid. Uh-oh. We're both under status conditions. What if they end up getting the upper hand, guys? Come on, Dragonite. Come on, Lance. I know you must have something in your, You gotta have a paralyzed heal. Come on. Lance! You're like the champion of the Pokemon world. You've gotta have a goddamn... You gotta have a goddamn paralyzed heal in your artillery. There we go. I really hope the paralyzed doesn't affect him next turn, because that would just be unfortunate. Wake up, goddammit! Had to step out earlier. What have I missed? You missed me infiltrating this base. We defeated a fake Giovanni, and his Murkrow gave us the password to the radio transmitter room here. And we're about to go rescue some electrodes and find out what the hell Team Rocket is up to. But welcome back. Glad to see you back. It's too bad. If you were to join Team Rocket, you'd be the executive. Who are you talking to? But that's fine. The broadcast experiment was a total success. Doesn't matter what happens to this hideout now. We have much bigger plans. You'll come to appreciate Team Rocket's true power soon enough. Enjoy yourself while you can. Sorry, Lilith. I saw how well you were doing, so I just hung back. That's why you didn't give your Dragonite a paralyzed heal? Come on, man! This is not a very successful first date, you know. Do you want a 10-year-old running your company, lady? You really want a 10-year-old CEO? You're gonna have candy for lunch every day, which honestly doesn't sound so bad. Now all there's left to do is turn off that odd radio signal. And then we can go get coffee? Oh, his Dragonite's helping. That's so cute. It's this machine that's causing all the problems. I don't see a switch on it. We have no choice. We have to make all the Electrode faint? Don't a lot of them use self-destruct? That should stop this machine from transmitting that strange signal. It's no fault of the Electrode, so it does make me feel sad. Lilith, let's split the job. Oh, Jesus. Alright, am I healed up enough for this? Because they're probably all gonna use self-destruct. Hang on, I'm gonna go heal before we do this. Because this could get a little dangerous, I think. Hope you have a rock or ghost type. Too bad Frank's gone. For real! Frank, we miss him! Alright, I need to go heal, and then I'm gonna go... Yeah. We're gonna have to be really careful here, guys. This might get a little dangerous. I'm actually a little scared. Just a little bit. Oh, why was Ethan calling me? What does he want? Is he just gonna tell me his Meryl did a trick today? Did I miss any punishments? Welcome, Jacob. No, you did not. No punishments today. Not today, Satan. Sorry, I've been getting a text from my roommate. Apparently there was a riot earlier in the city today that was causing a lot of, like, train backup and everything. So, I think both of my roommates are out, so we've been checking in with each other, making sure everybody's okay. But yeah, no punishments. Not yet. But that's true, I did have to do some squats, actually. So that was my own personal punishment for the one time I did talk a little badly about myself. But it's alright. That was the only punishment. Bum, 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 bum. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't have Poe out front for this. Who is gonna be... I'm gonna switch to Hal. I think Hal might be able to take some of the brunt here. Because I have a feeling these guys are gonna use self-destruct. And that terrifies me. So... Ha. Ha ha ha. Oh boy. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. Here goes, guys. Please do not kill any of my Pokemon. Oh, it just used light screen. Okay. Steel versus normal is your best bet. Okay. Maybe we'll be okay here. I want to keep Hal out front because I'm just really afraid it's gonna use like self-destruct or something. I don't want to have Jaws or Poe fight any of these guys. Okay. So far, so good. He hasn't used self-destruct, so we're okay so far. What's going on out there? Oh shoot, I have to feed my roommate's cat in a little bit. Hey Mo, she'll get there in a bit, okay? Let me just defeat these electrodes first. Yay! Hal grew a level. When does he become Magneton? Alright, next one. So far, so good. Nobody lost yet. What about you? You better not pull any fucking surprises on me. And so far, Hal looks okay, too. Just roll out. That's still fine. That means he's locked into that, so we're good. Maybe I should send out somebody else who that would be better against. Alright, since he's locked into rollout, and that's a rock-type move, I'm gonna send out Muscle here. Okay, it missed. Let's hit him with a Vital Throw then. Okay, almost there. Please don't self-destruct. Please don't self-destruct. Oh Lord, please don't self-destruct. Alright. Yay. Please, please evolve. Oh my god, please evolve already. Shit. Alright, I'm gonna be a little ballsy here. And we're gonna switch to Muscle out front. Do these guys even know self-destruct? Now I'm starting to question if they even do. I love that little Chad move he makes. Don't kill me! Don't kill me, I really need this Machop on my team. Okay, there we go, now we're cooking with gas. I mean, or should I say we're cooking with petrol, hahaha. Because we just defeated petrol. Shit! No! Alright, fuck it. We're switching back to Hal. No chances. No chances. No fucking chances. Focus mode. We're gonna use Sonic Boom. I don't know why I'm more down bad than usual today. This is very unlike me. First Lance, now all these Freudian slips. Maybe other VTubers are starting to rub off on me. Please ignore that. Okay, we're safe. We're finally safe. We did it. That odd signal is finally stopped. The lake should be back to normal. You're the best. Oh. Okay. Well, I do all right. I do all right out there. Definitely not twirling my hair right now. Let me thank you on behalf of all the Pokemon. Oh yes, you should take this. I found it here, but I don't have any need for it. Is it your number? Oh, okay. Well, that's cool too, I guess. Is that Fly? It's Whirlpool. Okay. Thank you for the head pat. Thank you. Remember to spay and neuter your VTubers, chat. And spray them with spray bottles when they're being naughty, too. Now I should do a spray bottle redeem or something for any sus Lilith moments. What do you guys think? Should I make that happen? Teach it to a Pokemon to get across wild water, but keep this in mind. You can use that out of battle only with the badge from the Mahogany Gym. Oh, thank you for the hydrate redeem. And hey, no thank you for the egg redeem. I guess that's my bully redeem right there, is the egg. Hydrate for the thirsty Lilith. Hey! You're lucky I need my thirst quenched. The journey, Lilith, the journey to becoming the Pokemon champion is long and difficult. You know what else is long and difficult? Knowing that, will you keep going? For you, I'll go anywhere! I see. No, you're right. If you would give up that easily, you would never have chased the dream in the first place. You're my new dream! I look forward to seeing you again. Where are you going? No. I think I just got rejected. He ran off so fast. Oh, wait. How do I get out of here again? The difficult descriptor is confusing. Rabbit stereotypes are coming to mind! You know what they say about rabbits. Oh boy. I remember when I watched Beastars for the first time, and I was just like, God, why is Haru so horny? And then I was realized, like, oh, yeah, she's a rabbit. They definitely did that intentionally, didn't they? For sure. Alright, well, we still got some time. Maybe we can take on the gym today, actually. Before I do that, sorry, I keep taking all these quick breaks. I'm just gonna go feed my roommate's cat real quick. Sorry about all this. BRB. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that, just had to take care of a couple of things. But yeah, I think I want to go take on the gym, actually. So we can do it. We can do it. I've got a little more time in me today, I think. But first, let's go to the... I didn't want to go that way. I want to go to the mart and sell a couple of things, I think. Wait, do they even have one here? Oh, I don't know if they do. Y'all don't have a market? What kind of backwater town is this? Alright, well, I guess we're gonna have to, go somewhere else with the market. We're gonna have to go all the way to the last place we were at. If the next model has giant boing boings, we know what has to happen. I've thought about it a few times. I'm just like, if for a new model, would I want to give, like, would I want to have big boing boings? I don't know. Maybe? Sometimes I worry that if I'm, like, too flat with a full body model, people will, like, accuse me of being, like, you know what bait. But I don't know, even though there are adult women with small chests that exist out there, myself included. But it could also be fun, because there is something kind of fun about watching the boing boing on the screen. Just the, you know, the totally impractical, unrealistic way that VTuber boobs move. Okay, you guys have a market, because you guys have sense. Let's go sell that nugget and buy some more healing items before we go on this journey, I think. Oh, that's so cute. Is that, Annie? I love that little emote. Okay, I want to sell... Wait, did I say I wanted to sell? Yes. I want to sell my chicken nugget for $5,000. Is there anything else that I can sell? No. Now I want to buy.
What are you buying? What are you selling?
I'm buying... You only have super potions? What the fuck? Okay. I guess I'll just buy a bunch of super potions then. I'm gonna buy 9 of them. Okay. Let's see. Is there anything else I want to buy? Maybe a couple more repels. Why not? That's always annoys me as someone else in the IBTC, the Itty Bitty Titty Committee. Small and flat women exist and are valid. Exactly! Right? I know, I always hate when people are just like, oh, you're a VTuber with no chest? You must be baiting people. You must be like, you know, fucking pedo baiting. It's like, no! What is wrong with you to make that conclusion immediately? It's like, listen to my voice, too! This is my totally normal adult woman voice. It's like, you really think that of me? Like, I don't know. People can be ridiculous. But I mean, maybe I do like a little small boobs. I also, a while ago, was like, maybe I'd have Lilith also have a big butt. So anytime people are just like, where are your boobs? I could be like, who needs tits with an ass like this? And then I'd make my VTuber smack it, but I don't know, that would probably be really silly. But yes, small-chested women exist out there. And they are just as valid as the large-chested women. Please, give us a chance. Give us little pancake girls a chance. Little silver dollar pancakes. Making fun of bust size is another form of body shaming. Exactly! It's the same, it's like, I don't know, I think it's such a... It's so tired now when, if you're trying to insult somebody, just, like, commenting on the size of, like, their breasts or their dick or something. It's just like, why? Why? You can't think of anything better, you know? You just have to go to the... Oh, shit. This is one of those puzzle gyms. Fuck. I hate these. Also, wait, I thought... Hang on. He's ice? Wait a second. I thought he was fighting. Is he? Mahogany Pokemon Town Gym. Is he ice type? Teacher of Winter's Harshness? Is... You skip a gym. Oh. But... What the fuck? So is this... Is this the 7th gym leader? By any chance? You need surf to cross the ocean to the Cyanwood gym. Oh, so I'm not even supposed to be facing this gym right now. Where's Cyanwood again? Blackthorn, Eckerteak, Olivine, Sprout, Black Lake of Rage. Where do I go for the 5th gym? Southwest? Olivine? Cyanwood. Oh! Okay. Yeah, no, I'm not supposed to be here right now. Okay. That's where we're going then. We're going back. Yeah, no, I'm not ready to face this guy. I mean, I think you can face them in any order, but I'd like to go against the fighting gym first, because that's the one I feel most confident about. I don't think I'm ready to go up against an ice gym yet. So yeah, change of plans. I'm not even supposed to be here today! Hello, Drug-Free Romance. Hello, hello, welcome. Exactly. That's me walking around this gym all confused. I got so confused there. It really has been forever since I played this game like fully. I was like, this doesn't look right. This doesn't look like a fighting gym. Yeah, no. I'm not ready to face an ice gym leader just yet. I want to wait until our Muscles is a little stronger. Okay. Time for some backtracking, people. Thankfully, we faced a lot of those... Wait! Oh, fuck. Our rival is gonna be waiting for us at Olivine. Am I fully healed? Okay. Okay. I think we're gonna be okay to face him. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. That's how we can end stream today. We can end it by beating our rival's ass. What we can end stream by watching him get humiliated twice today. How does that sound? I like the sound of that. I feel like beating my rival's booty right now. And I think I can do it. Famous last words, right? Closer we get to Olivine, though. I'm gonna save. Oh, I keep pressing Y instead of X. Not now, Todd! We have serious business to do. Serious rival business. Here goes. I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared. I forgot, what was your stance on fan art, Queenie? I love fan art. I'm a huge fan of are you talking about, like, Lilith fan art? I'm a big fan art fan. Oh, do you mean, like, NSFW fan art? If you mean, like, NSFW fan art, I'm not sure. I've kind of gone back and forth on it a little bit. Oh yeah, no, she's taking care of her sick Ampharos. I love any kind of fan art, but it's like... Oh, fan art of Lilith? Oh, wait, he didn't even want to face me. God, that was anticlimactic. Oh well. Well, we'll keep going to Cyanwood then. But yeah, no, I'm a huge fan of fan art. I will love and retweet and repost every fan art I get obsessively. I stare at it all day. If we are talking NSFW, though, I've kind of gone back and forth on it, I guess. I think I've sort of realized as a female content creator, even if you explicitly say, like, you don't want it, people are just gonna make it anyway, and it sucks, but it's kind of something you have to accept. But, I guess now as much, maybe I'm not quite as... I don't know. Maybe it's something I'd have to think about. I don't personally see myself in that way, but... This stream has definitely made me realize a lot of things about myself, though. So she's not here, the gym leader. That means this is gonna be pretty empty. This is where the 6th gym is. She's at the lighthouse. Should we keep going to Cyanwood, or should we check out the lighthouse first? I'm gonna keep going to Cyanwood, actually. We can check out Olivine a little later. Let me see if this place has hyper potions, actually. Good call. Yeah, no, I think so too. I think it's a good call to just keep going. I'm very excited now that you asked about stance on fan art. I'm just like, ooh, why you ask? Hehe. Let's see, am I supposed to go this way? Yeah, I think I have to cross the ocean here. Great waves. I don't see you with the surfboard, sir. Battle Frontier, we don't want to go there just yet. Okay, let me look at the map again. Okay, I'm going the right way. I'm going the right way. Maybe we'll end today once we reach, Cyanwood, and then we could do the gym next time. Well, we'll see how I'm doing when I get there. We'll see how I'm doing. You have to warm up before going into the water. That's basic. You mean warm up the water? This guy totally just peed in the pool, guys. Oh. Get his ass. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. The advantage is ours. The roof. Raise the roof. The roof is on fire. Everything's on fire. Oh no! Everything's on fire! Ah! Quick! Get the children out! Get them out! Get the cats! Hail. I like his wiggly little animation, the tentacle. Man, that really bamboozled me earlier. I was like in the gym for a few seconds and I was just like, this doesn't look right. There's something very odd about this, but I can't quite put my finger on it. Oh, I know! This lesbian bar doesn't have a fire exit! Enjoy your death trap, ladies! Because I might try, but no promises to work on low poly Lilith model in Blender at some point. Oh, cool! Yo, that would be sick! I would love to see that. Don't strain yourself too much over it if it's too difficult. I totally understand. But that sounds awesome. Thank you, Alyssa. He's squishy. Yeah, he's squishy. Then use the model to make silly memes. Get me T-posing. Get me T-posing and in, place me smack dab in the middle of Fear and Hunger. There was, like, one, like, Fear and Hunger moment that I'd love to, like, commission into a comic one day. Where it's like, I was in a corner and I could hear an enemy coming and there was, like, a little text box that said, like, oh, there's like an enemy, you hear something from around the corner. And then I just immediately eat a salami and somebody pointed out that that was funny. So I was like, I could do a comic of like me freezing when I hear an enemy and then munching on salami. Out of panic. Speaking of which, I need to do another Fear and Hunger stream again sometime. I need to get back to it. I saw Eyepatchwolf was streaming it the other day and I'm just like, I'm getting the itch again. I'm getting the itch to return to hell. I really didn't think that I would like that game as much as I did. Ooh, it sounds like there's something going on out there. I hear sirens. Oh, always something happening here. Never really all that quiet now, is it? Would Lilith's sleeves drop to the ground and T-pose or extend out like she has really long arms? I mean, I'm a ghost. I could probably make my arms retractable. I can make them stretch. I like seeing different artist interpretations of Lilith. I like seeing how different artists draw her hair, and her sleeves, and her shorts. Very Krueger-like. Yeah, no, I do have I have a cropped Freddy Krueger sweater. He definitely was one of the inspos for my design because I wanted like that kind of horror flair to it. When I do my Lilith 2.0 design, there are actually a few changes that I want to make. I do have a new outfit that I want to commission. It actually looks pretty similar to War Turtle. It looks pretty similar to my current outfit, but there are a few changes. And I have another hairstyle in mind that I really want, because sometimes I'm curious to know how Lilith would look with longer hair. Because I know a lot of VTubers do have a bunch of different hairstyles. Sometimes they wear it short and sometimes they wear it long. And I know that once I finally am able to commission for Lilith 2.0, I would want like a toggle where I can switch between long and short hair. A couple different outfits. Like, I have all sorts of ideas for Lilith 2.0. I need to get the design first, though, I think. I'm very excited. These are all things that'll be coming much in the future. Because I still have to get myself a little stable before I can do any of that. But, like, I'm planning. I'm planning. I got a lot of ideas for Lilith up in this brain. And they're going to happen, for sure. They're definitely gonna happen. And I can't wait. Because I do definitely have some artists in mind that that I want for Lilith 2.0, I think. Some artists can also have a chibi toggle. That would be really cute too if I did a chibi toggle. I know a bunch of Mouse's models have chibi toggles on them, and her chibi toggle is so fucking cute. Everything she does is cute. Oh yeah, happy Mouse-iversary, guys. I hope Mousie's having a really good day right now. She deserves it. I can't wait to watch her new animation. That looks so cool. The one with her and Booby. I'm very excited for that. She deserves the world. Six fucking years. It's crazy. Right? She's been going for a long time. I didn't know she was on Twitch for that long. I mean, it also... I mean, I know that, like, she didn't blow up, like, 6 years ago. It took her some time, which definitely gives me hope, because it's like, you know, it's always slow and gradual growth. But God, yeah, she is fucking committed. And I gotta give it to her for that. I'm so proud. Oh, this is a trainer battle. We can't do that. I'm very proud of her for all that she's accomplished in these past 6 years. I want to do VTubing, but I can't justify the cost of a model. Oh, yeah, no, it's so expensive. But I think you should do VTubing, Fluffy Snowfall. You could at least start out with, like, a PNG for now. And then, I mean, and that's the reason why I did a chibi model, because chibi models are a little bit more affordable than full-size models are because they're simpler. Because I knew when I was starting out, I'm like, I can't drop thousands of dollars. That's just simply not doable for me right now. Like, it's hard enough to even make thousands of dollars with my current job, but like... But yeah, but I think you should at least start with a PNG, see if you like it, and then maybe commission a chibi model later on and kind of do like what I'm doing, where it's like that slow growth, where it's like you start out small, and then gradually you just try to grow. And there's tools to make your own VTuber. That's true. There's also a lot of artists who do their own models, which is crazy. I could never do that. I know that takes a lot of skill, and Live 2D rigging is very hard. It's very difficult and time consuming. But if you have the patience. I was looking to start with a PNG model. I think it's a great idea. You guys definitely should. I highly encourage anybody in chat who wants to try out VTubing to do it. I think you should. I think it has done wonders for my mental health. I have so much fun with it. It's nice being able to like to use my model so I don't have to worry about like my appearance every stream. It also just gives me euphoria, like hearing the name Lilith and seeing this model on screen. Just makes me happy being like, wow, that's me. Isn't that cool? I find that really cool. I'm a bit tired. If I win, lend me your Pokemon. Fuck no. Shut up. But yeah, anybody who wants to try it, I encourage it. Start with a PNG model and try it out. I'll be cheering anybody on who decides to try it. Yes, but I am the type of neurospicy that if I'm not instantly where I want to be, then I view it as a failure. Oh, I understand that completely. I was talking about this with one of my coworkers the other day, but I'm so hard on myself and everything that I do. And I mean, and I keep my viewer count off during streams just because, like, I don't like focusing on, like, numbers and growing. But, you know, it's kind of unavoidable when you're doing this. You kind of have to care about it at least a little bit. And there are times when I get frustrated, but I think the joy of VTubing definitely outweighs all of the frustration that I have. Can you stop throwing your toxic spikes at me? But yeah, all the good definitely outweighs any kind of frustration I have. And I'm also just happy with the audience I have right now, too. I like what we have going. It's very cozy. So I always just try to see it and remember at the end of the day that this is like 75% like a fun thing for me. Like a fun creative project that's completely mine. And maybe the other 25% is like the hope of possibly making it a career one day. If you start, I promise you will have at least 1 follower. You know what? Nay, you will have at least 2 followers because I will follow you as well. I will follow, I will support, like how you guys have supported me. So yeah, if you ever do, then I just know you can, if you ever decide you want to give PNG streaming a try or anything like that, then post something about it in my Discord. I have a self-promo tab in there, and I always want people to be able to promote their work in there. Make that 2, and I guess make that 3! Yay! I'm glad to see that we're all supporting each other here. This is such a nice, cozy little community. It makes me happy seeing everybody lift each other up in chat. Y'all are really cool. Sorry, I know I can sometimes be bad with sentimental words. But this does definitely make me feel sentimental and happy. It's cool to know that quite a few of you want to give this a try, too. At least having some kind of creative medium that you can call yours is nice. It's really nice. Because for the longest time, I just wanted a project that I could call completely mine. And I felt like for the longest time, I didn't really have that. But now I do, and it's just... It fills me with glee to be like, Lilith is me, Lilith is mine. I concepted her and everything. I don't think I want that move. And I hope she stays with me for a very long time, because lucky for all of us, I have absolutely no plans to graduate anytime soon. I'm gonna be doing this for quite a while longer. I have a good feeling. And I hope that you guys will stick around for that too. Oh, I forgot I bought all these super potions. Let's see, how much farther am I to Cyanwood? Oh, we're pretty much there. I think we just have to face off this one last lady. Thank you for the claps. Psyduck! Hi, Psyduck. Do you have a migraine right now? I'll fix that right up for you. It'd be really nice if I could get a Pokemon to, like, evolve soon. Once this stream I like the satisfaction of watching my Pokemon evolve on stream. It gives me joy. One thing that I'm definitely, because when we do complete this Nuzlocke, which we will, we're going to get all the badges and we're going to defeat the champion. I'm putting that out into the world. Once I finish that up, I would definitely love to commission an artist to draw me with my entire team. I would love that. Cause I've had my human self be drawn with a Pokemon team before, and that's always filled me with a lot of joy. I like seeing drawings of me with Pokemon. So I'd have to get Lilith too as well. I need to see if there's any cool Pokemon assets that I can use for stream. Like maybe if I could have a little Pokeball in my hand or something. Or like an Eevee blanket. That would be a cute little moment. Alright, I think we're here. Once we get Fly, we're gonna do a Suicune chase, I think. Because I know some of the spots where you can find Suicune. I'm pretty sure the first... Actually, I think he might be around here. But alright, we did it. We made it to Cyanwood. And with that, I think that's probably a good place to end off our Nuzlocke for today. We made a big accomplishment. We infiltrated Team Rocket's base. We beat their asses. We got the passcodes. We met a Murkrow who decided to betray his owner. And we made it to Cyanwood. I'm sorry that we didn't end up getting the badge today, guys, but we'll do that next time, I think. Because we're here. And we can end off on this lovely music. Turn that up a little bit, actually. That's nice. Okay. I'm gonna keep this music on for the rest of the stream, I think. Yay! We accomplished a lot today, guys. This was a good stream. I'm glad that our past couple of Nuzlocke streams have yielded positive results. That makes me very pleased to see, indeed. And next time, it's going to be even better. I'm sorry that there weren't any punishments once again. I know that's what you guys want to see. But I'm thinking if this keeps going well, maybe I'll try to think of other types of streams where we could do a punishment wheel. For sure. Because, I mean, the punishment wheel seems to be pretty popular. I mean, just with streamers in general. So yeah, we can, we could probably think of other punishment wheel types of streams. Maybe, like, just chatting ones. For sure. No punishments because you're too good. Right? No, exactly. I'm too good. I want to see you succeed, though. Yay! I'm glad that everybody just wants good for me here. Even if you all poke fun at me when I can be a little too down bad. Everybody just wants to see me succeed in the end, and that sparks much joy. Will Lilith crush Chuck the fighting gym leader? Will that asshole rival finally learn to respect Lilith? Find out next time on Lilith Snoozes Z. I want the punishments. Well, maybe you'll get lucky next time. Maybe I'll pull an Icarus moment and I'll end up flying a little too close to the sun. But yes, find out next time on Lilith Snoozes Z, the Squeakquel. But yes, thank you everybody so much for joining me tonight. I'll be posting a schedule for next week very soon, don't worry. So we'll be back to the schedules. I'm sorry that we had a couple of weeks without them. I also really want to go back to playing Undertale because I am filled with determination. And I want to keep playing it because I really enjoyed it the last time we played that happy little accident. Once again, really sorry about the My Friendly Neighborhood situation. Maybe sometime me and the mods can have a call where we can try to troubleshoot a little bit. But until then, we have other fun games that we'll play. So I really hope to see you guys next time for that. Let me say thank you to everybody who joined me today. Thank you so much, Craig's Critique. Thank you so much, INF with you. Thank you, Dr. Karate. Thank you, Fluffy Snowfall. Thank you, Uncle Slappy. Thank you, Alyssa Demon. Thank you, Lumi-chan. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you to all my lurkers. Thank you to everybody who followed, everybody who donated bits, everybody who subbed and gifted subs today. I really appreciate all of the support so much. It really means the world to me. You have no idea. What do you say we do a raid today? How does that sound? We're gonna end off with a raid. Your raid suggestion has been approved. Raid Mousy? All right, it's Mouse-iversary. Let's do it. Let's raid Mousy for her Mouse-iversary. Let's see if it actually works this time, because last time I tried to raid her, it didn't work. Come on, Mousy. Let me raid ya. Oh, yay, it works. Okay. Oh, no, it doesn't. We're unable to raid Iron Mouse at this time. No, Mousy, accept my raid. That's okay, though, because I have another streamer that we can raid. I see Honey Goblin is streaming, and I really like her. She streams a lot of cool art. So we're gonna go raid Honey Goblin if that's all right. Everybody go give Honey Goblin some love. Looks like she's about to start an art stream. She's really relaxing and sweet and fun. So everybody give her the same love and support that you give me, okay? Everybody hop on in. So once again, thank you so much everybody who joined me tonight. I hope that you all have a wonderful evening, a wonderful weekend. Please treat yourselves well. Please eat well. And please, please, please be good to yourselves for me. I hope to see you all next time. Bye-bye-bye-bye-bye!